Game over.
What the fuck? Fuck! Who the fuck is fucking? How did you do fucking fuck? Game over, man. Game over.
Wait a minute. There's things here. There's trees. There's rocks. There's birds. There's frogs. Come on. We'll bless them all until we get verschnicken. Join me.
Sex. It's a painstaking, arduous task that seems to go on and on forever, and just when you think things are going your way, nothing happens.
You're not a fucking legend.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the show. Let's pop over here and get the screen up. Hey, how you doing? Already seeing a few people filtering in. That's nice. Love to see that happening as the show starts. Oh, my audio just seems weird to me. Maybe I got to turn it back down a bit. That'll work, maybe. That's what we want. Here we go. Not having the light on, that's part of the problem. I don't even look at it anymore, but if it's not there, what the fuck? Anyways, we have a show going till hopefully 5:30. We have a $35 goal for today to keep us open, keep us in business. So thank you, everyone that contributed yesterday and everything that filtered over today. Good God, my lungs are taking a beating from that hit. You try to have a little tootski on the old pipe to kind of, loosen up for the show and get ready to go, and kicks you right in the dick. Chevy JB tuning in on the Rumble, saying, you only got me for 1 hour, then gotta go talk to the shrink. Well, I hope that goes well for you. I, myself, see a mental health professional rather regularly. Oh. All right, there we go. But yes, I hope that goes well for you. Thank you very much for tuning into the show. We have all three chats up, so if you say it, we'll see it. Is the chat box on the screen right now? It is. So if anyone chimes in on the Rumble or on the Twitch or YouTube, those will also be on the screen. We have all of our stories and everything loaded. We're really ready to go into the show at a moment's notice. I don't know how big it's going to be today. It's a nice day. It's a Friday. It's the end of the week. I'm feeling it. I think a lot of people are. Thank you, Saint RN, jumping in with a channel point chart. Love to hear from the audience members. Even if it's just them popping off at the waist. But yes, we have the show ready to go, and I hope everyone's having a lovely day. It looks really nice outside. I wish I could be outside right now, maybe we should set up an outdoor deal. We just and now live from the patio. is a cripple. I think that could be nice. I mean, but we do melt in the sun. That is a very good point. Thank you, Saint RN. Wouldn't want to spontaneously combust. No. All right. Anyways, so ooh, God, this shirt was a bad choice. I was like, is this shirt a bad choice or not? It's my dino shirt. It's a little frumpy and it's got a saggy collar. I maybe shouldn't have picked it. Alrighty. We have, oh crap, they're all loaded. I don't know how to start a show when I'm ready to go, because it's like ready. I'm usually used to like starting the show involving me getting the last ducks in a row. Oh, this is such a weird feeling. All right, so we'll give it another minute or two while we let people filter in, because as it is, we have only just begun. And like I said, if we hit our $35 goal, we will be available for Jurassic Park shirt is cute. Dude, I love Jurassic Park. I'm just saying the neck, like the collar on it. This is one that Ivy likes to pull on because the dinosaurs. So the collar on the front comes down a bit, and now it's, like I said, it feels a little frumpy. But other than that, no, I love this Jurassic Park shirt. Someone got Ivy's mother one of those like nerdy box a month membership things for like 4 or 5 months. And yeah, this is one of the shirts that came in it, and she gave it to me. And it reminds me of the Lego Reboot movie. Lego Reboot movie. You mean like the show Reboot had a Lego movie? Or like Jurassic Park had a Lego movie reboot? I now have so many questions. Corn Dip, someone say Lego. Well, Saint RN did. Saint RN, Corn Dip, said that this shirt reminds him of the Lego Reboot movie, and I assume he's talking about the Jurassic Park because that's what the shirt is. But I will say odd that you were summoned by Lego. Corn Dip in the chat, everybody. Kind of the same way I'm summoned by the words Gundam. But, words. You idiot. It's one word for a really nerdy thing. All right. Lego reboot of Jurassic Park trailer is online. Well, all right. Color me curious. Now that my shirt looks like it, I didn't know this. Trailer is online. We're going to find it. Hopefully not get YouTubed out. It's a trailer, and I'm doing the Lord's work by advertising it. Jurassic. All right, is Jurassic Park reboot trailer for gonna be Lego? Hammond, nope. Extinction. Jurassic Park prequel trailer 2023. No, thank you. Let's go back, because that looks effed up as hell. All right, that's not it. Jurassic World 4 Extinction. I really don't think that's it. Jurassic. All right, Jurassic Park Lego. Let's try adding Lego. Lego. Don't forget to hit like, folks. Yeah, Corn Diff doing the Lord's work saying don't forget to hit like. That would be great. Here we go. Found it. Boom. Finally. All right, we're going to unmute this and go back. I love when they make Lego movies. I think they're adorable. So if they make, good movies, they've done a few good movies, and this could be interesting.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
He did it. He actually did it.
You have a T-Rex?
You know the tale. Everything that happened on the island. The big the beasts. You never heard about it? Well, then slip into something comfortable. And
holy
settle
shit.
Your caboose into that seat, because you are about to go on an adventure of prehistoric proportions.
I am covered in dino snot!
Hold on to your butts, my friends.
Oh, you're going to stick your hands in there?
Yeah, I brought gloves.
Well. Ah! No, I'm just kidding.
All right, I mean,
Where is he going?
When you gotta go, I guess you gotta go.
I don't know. Interesting, but please tell me they got Lego Newman sitting on the shitter. I don't think it was Newman sitting on the shitter. It was the lawyer who was sitting on the shitter. Corn dip. Hell yeah. Yeah, they got the guy sitting on the shitter. You can't not have the guy sitting on the shitter moment. But that is, again, that wasn't Newman. That was the lawyer. All right, all right, so that's done. Okay. Now I feel better. I have no idea why we had to get into that, but I guess we did. So, thank you. Oh, yeah. You're right. I'm dumb. Well, I mean, Lego to the theater. Ah, ha, ha. Declassified Crocs. It's on the cock. How's it going, Johnny? It's on the cock. Oh, you mean on Peacock? Yeah. It's going okay, Saint Caesar. How are you doing? Good to see you. Good to see everyone. Happy to have everybody here. We're pretty much filtered in. The show's locked, loaded, and ready to go. We have a $35 goal to hit our overtime mark, so if you can help us with that, thank you very much. And what else did we have? 1 + 2 = I think everything. All right, so there we go. We have a bunch of stuff to get into. We got distracted with Lego dinosaurs because I'm a Lego man. I have a fondness for Lego. My daughter has a very well nurtured Lego habit. And yeah, so that was an interesting little divert there. Thank you. Sandy Squatch jumping in saying hello. Good to see you, Sandy. All right, so we have everything loaded. I feel like we're kind of filtered in here. We could probably just kick this thing in the balls and get going. Happy to have you on the end of the week. And we were on a good start. Wilmer, why? Riding Dirty Llama is saying, hey, Johnny. Hey, Riding Dirty Llama. Now I got to change my pants. I now have 2 problems. All right, so we've got a whole bunch of stories and things to get into through the whole day. We get through all of that. We got a bunch of extra stuff for overtime. Really a bevy of stuff. I am excited to get... Did you see there is a demo of the new RoboCop game out on Steam now? I did not. There's a new RoboCop game? I'm curious now. This is interesting. I might have to look into that after the show. It's only on Steam, or is it going to go console? Because I'm lazy and I play a lot of games on my console. So I might be interested in that later. Well, I'll have to look into that. RoboCop game on Steam. Because we can definitely download that. So, all right. Okay, so we got that locked up. We got that loaded up. Bang, bang, boom. Console 2. All right, I'll have to check if the demo's on console. But definitely when that goes towards there. Let's get first hour stories are loaded. There we are. So there was an old RoboCop game. There were a couple of old RoboCop games. I think most of them were, if I'm not mistaken, I think most of them were 2D side scroll like games. But yeah, there were RoboCop games and stuff. There were a couple arcade games. So yeah, there's a couple different RoboCop games. But yeah, Dead or Alive, you're coming with me. Now we could be talking about the video game. Ha ha. Nerds. Such silly nerds. But yes, that would be interesting. That'd be an interesting thing to look into. I'll have to devote some time to that. I've got a lot going on this weekend, but might have to look into that. Definitely might have to look into that. I actually liked, and I know I'll probably get shamed for this, I liked the RoboCop movie reboot they did. I liked the reboot they did. I liked the angle they took. I liked the way they did it. I liked everything about it. What I don't like is that they didn't do a sequel. They just kind of stopped. RoboCop versus Terminator SNES was decent. I don't even remember that one. But I'm sure you're not wrong. All right. So should we start with the first story? All right. Watch this thing kick off.
I created hint water to make water taste better. We started in one.
Nah. I think this thing actually has it after the ad, so we'll go with this. We have information on the science of pumpkin spice.
Hello, motherfucker.
Hey, how you doing, dear Butch? Thank you for the 100 bits.
One grocery store.
I'm gonna just scroll the audio down for just a second while we put this up here, so we can just this and skip your ad, because I don't care about your whatever thing. Uh-oh. If you need help, click here. I don't want to do that. I wanted this. All right, screw it. I guess I'm reading the goddamn thing. Fuck you all. All right. How we haven't had a good first-person Transformers game is criminal to me. Set in generation would be awesome. Did we have any good Transformers games? I have no idea. I got a RoboCop toy helmet. Sweet, good for you. Does it still fit? Was it like a recent acquisition? You pick it up like, today? While you were out, like, I was out at the thrift market and I found a RoboCop helmet. Pumpkin spice is always weighed and sold in odd quantities because pumpkin spice buyers can't even. Dylan Mulvaney equals IRL Transformer. Oh no, actually, dude, I don't think that's accurate. Because correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think Dylan's had bottom surgery. I think Dylan's only done the top. And so, for that reason, I don't know that you would call that a real transformation. I mean, technically, if it is, it's not anything new. We've seen it since fucking, what's his nut on stage that I can't remember the name? Marilyn Manson. There we go. Marilyn Manson. I don't even know why now I can't even. All right, so we'll get with this story, the written part. Flavors are often associated with a season, and there is a reason for this. Leading up to the fall months, coffee shops and stores across the country begin rolling out their pumpkin spice products. Following pumpkin spice are the peppermint mocha flavors associated with Christmas. The short time that pumpkin spice is available in cafes and grocery stores brings in huge profits. Starbucks alone sells more than 20 million pumpkin spice lattes each year. The tasty offering is typically sold starting at the end of August and through the fall months. So why do we love this particular flavor so much? Well, interestingly, pumpkin spice contains no actual pumpkin. What? Pumpkin spice seasoning is made using a blend of cinnamon, nutmeg, cloves, ginger, and allspice. You can buy the seasoning in store, but you can also easily make it at home by combining these ingredients. It's got its name from being originally used to flavor pumpkin pie. Pumpkin shart, says Declassified Crocs. Pumpkin spice was first released in 1934 by McCormick. It was originally advertised for the use of making dishes like pumpkin pie. It turns out we love to be reminded of fall and the warm feelings of family, home, and nostalgia the season brings, and our brains associate those warm feelings with this particular flavor, according to psychologists. So there's a reason all you chicks go, but why does it happen to the ladies more than the guys? Because correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know too many guys that are like, oh, it's pumpkin spice time. Like, that seems like more like a chick thing. Like the ladies like, ooh, my nips are tingling for pumpkin spice. Like, that's just, I feel it's forgive me, call me fucking whatever, but no one loves being with family. No one, more like dreads. Well, maybe if your family has dreads, ho. If you take vanilla ice cream and sprinkle pumpkin spice powder on it, you get pumpkin pie ice cream. That is cheaper and better nutritional value. Then what? Then pumpkin spice? Then pumpkin pie? I'm going through my water way too fast. I like pumpkin spice coffee, but I don't go crazy over it. I don't even like it. I like pumpkin pie. I love pumpkin pie with whipped cream. Delicious stuff. I love pumpkin pie. Other than that, like the shits I could give are minimal. He didn't get a boob job. He didn't get pain job, just a female facelift. Who are we talking about? Dylan Mulvaney still? Mr. Q? Then that's not a transformation at all. That's just literally someone who really wanted to. That's someone who's totally. You want to talk about whatever? I don't need to. We got enough of that evil out yesterday, and knock on glass, we're still here. So what the fuck is Granny's offer rocker?
Cheer 100. Johnny likes Hazel's nuts in his mouth.
Nah. All right, I don't know what that actually is. So we'll close it. Because I don't need to know. I don't need to know. Oh, F you. It's an ad for Moderna and Pfizer about getting vaxxed. Ugh. Thank you for the 100 bits, Lab Glass. Again, our goal today is $35. So all of that goes towards it, and we'll check in on that at the end of the show. And anything goes over, we roll over into Monday. So, thank you. Don't talk shit about Nutella. Yeah, I love Nutella. I know people talk shit about Nutella, but I'm gonna be honest. I fucking love Nutella, dude. Nutella is dope. Oh, is Nutella so good? Oh, it's delicious. You want to have yourself a s'more in the middle of winter? Just get a couple of graham crackers. Just get some Nutella and some marshmallow cream, and you've got a s'more. It's amazing. Anyways, enough about eating Nutella and stammering like a dumb idiot. So we have a video here for all of you. Where's the video? There we go. So when you go fishing, I know we've done a story on this before, but would you get really, really pissed if you're about to bring in like a nice fish and then a shark just came up and just took its tax, if you will? Because off the coast of Australia, once again, and I got a
Veteran homeowners, have you tried
of course
getting a
there's
home
an ad.
improvement loan at a bank lately?
No, I
Good
haven't.
luck.
I'm a veteran homeowner who hasn't tried getting any sort of home loan whatsoever. That's why I'm a veteran homeowner. Oh, well, at least you've got tits. I'll give you that. I don't care for what you're saying, but you've got a lovely pair to say it with. Congratulations. Good for you. Come on.
If you haven't checked it out on our Fox Weather app or foxweather.com,
I don't care about your weather.
It's time to see what you're actually missing. I want to warn you, this video we're about to show is a little bit graphic, but I need you to check this out. It happened off the coast of Australia. A woman was fishing, and she was thrilled to make this massive catch for this tuna. She's been trying to do this for years, but a shark had a different plan. The dramatic encounter was caught on camera as this great white shark decided it wanted some fresh dinner instead. you can see when the tuna was being pulled onto the boat after battling this for an hour and a half, the damage was already done. The tuna looked more like shredded tuna, right? The woman.
Like shredded tuna. It's got one gash in it. Come on. I mean, obviously it's damaged. The poor fish. Could you push your face broadcasting voice? You mean fake broadcasting? Yeah. As you can see, he pulled the tuna out of the boat, and oh my God, the tuna has had an amazing amount of damage put on there. You can see that is more like shredded tuna. Thank you for that update. Catch more with us on what you are missing at 5 o'clock. Oh, Jesus, that hurts my throat. It hurts my throat a lot. Thank you for your veteran homeowner service, SD Class. Riding Dirty Llama saying there's still meals for weeks on that tuna. Right? I mean, you might not be able to mount it on the wall like, oh, I caught a trophy tuna. But I mean, and you still caught the fish. The fish wasn't going to win the battle even if the shark did show up. And you're stealing from his grocery store, so I think it's only fair. I mean, he's looking at a food desert now. Now that you pointed it out on the pukey voice, I'm worried I can't listen to this anymore. I was blissfully ignoring it.
And said that on Instagram post, it was one of the most epic experiences of her life, but also called the shark a jerk because it stole her tuna. So then I had to do a little more research on this, right? I asked Christopher Peraro, he's the manager of Marine Sciences Center at the Stony Brook University in New York, about this video. And he said actually the shark, that erratic movement of the fish being on the hook for an hour and a half translates to an injured or a dying fish to the shark. So that means it's going to get an easy meal. And so then you also know that
he's not wrong because the fish is kind of, I don't know, on a hook. Taste Fairy saying, good mid-afternoon, Johnny. Hey, how you doing, Taste Fairy?
This. He pointed out in the video, the shark bites the engine. And it's doing that because it's picking up on the electrical field on the boat motor. And so since sharks don't have hands, they investigate with their mouths, and it takes a bite out of the motor there. Incredible there. A moment. Hopefully, Isabella, who was fishing out there, will get another opportunity to reel in a whole tuna. Don't miss.
Oh, because it doesn't count if it's missing a piece. What a bitch. You had to go to college to figure that out.
More updates on this incredible catch. You can read more about it on our app.
I don't want to read about it. If I were into reading, see, this is what I mean. The thing is just frumpy and it's saggy. It makes me feel like I have like man tits or something. Well, I mean, don't. I'm working on it. Anyhow, we have a whole bunch of other stuff to get to as well. We are only halfway into the first hour of the program. We're going all the way till hopefully 5:30. We have a $35 goal to meet today. And if we crush that, let's kick this out of the way. If we crush that, then we go till 5:30. So, we'll see what happens. All right, where's our next story? We got you. Jada Pinkett Smith. All right, this has been out for a while, and I haven't gotten to it yet because I've been, it's just something we haven't. It's slipped through the cracks, the booty cracks of the show. As many of you are aware, earlier this week, the big news was that the Tupac's killer or murderer was finally arrested. And so a lot of people have had different opinions. Jada Pinkett Smith is one of many who have been happy to have someone being held to account to the murder of Tupac Shakur. The actress took to Instagram Friday night with a short but concise reaction, namely the fact that Dwayne Keefe D. Davis was arrested and charged. I thought people were pissed at her. Now I hope we can get some answers, and I hope have some closure, writes Jada Pinkett Smith. What do you mean answers? Answers for what? The guy's dead. That's just a thing. All right. I'm still trying to the college to figure out what. There's so many ways to be about today. It's what it is. All right, so many are familiar with Jada's history with Pac. They go way back. They were very close. They were friends in the 80s and the 90s. They grew up together and mingled into adulthood. She's long insisted that they were never romantic, but some speculate that might not be the case. All right. Well, I don't really care. I don't really care about that. Do we have this with the video?
How fast is Rush Order Tees? Pretty dang fast. Click the link to get your high-quality custom t-shirts from Rush Order Tees.
This wasn't the story, but, well, when they tell you that there's a bunch of monkeys stealing bananas from a supermarket, you kind of have to watch. I feel like we want to see this video. Monkeys stealing bananas from a supermarket. I feel like we all want to see this. Let's go over. Let's watch monkeys steal from a supermarket.
Yeah, you got it.
Are they going? Oh, there he goes. That's not a banana. That looked like a fish. What are those, like single wrap bananas? They're picking fights with the monkeys. All right, I guess this isn't as fun if it's not in English. I gotta admit, if I can't enjoy people screaming obscenities, it's just if they're all speaking Chinese or whatever, or whatever language they're speaking, it's not as fun. Venmo check. Told to do a Venmo check. Okay, Venmo check. Let's go over to Venmo. Oh, well, never mind. Goal's knocked out for today. So, thank you very much. Saying, quote, butt stuff. Well, thank you very much for the butt stuff. Spy pigeon end question. No, we mean I don't do that kind of stuff. I'm straightforward. When I say I'm watching a clip of monkeys, that's what I'm watching. Actual monkey. Why do you guys want it always to be racial? I just want the sound drops because then you can't tell. Anyways. Oh, God, we got to get into that, too. So Hillary Clinton is calling for the formal deprogramming of Trump supporters, which I think is one of the scariest things I've ever heard. And that's a story we're getting into later. So we better move on with this. The reason we ended up with a random monkey clip was because I was catching us up on a story we did yesterday. If you remember yesterday, we were talking about the monkey MOMO. The Indianapolis Police Department has managed to capture the elusive primate named MOMO, who escaped his owner's home and managed to elude capture for 24 hours. The escape was first reported Wednesday evening when the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department, IMPD, received several calls about a pet monkey that had escaped from a residence on the city's east side at 6 p.m. We covered all that. Momo's owner, who noted the rogue monkey had escaped earlier in July, also reached out to the community for help on a local Lost and Found Facebook group. In the post, the owner shared heartwarming photos of his beloved monkey carrying a stuffed animal and celebrating the holidays. Momo was first sighted out and about town Wednesday night, and authorities warning pet residents not to approach him. Oh, Gate Drive. Someone said Gate Drive, and they said they really didn't pronounce the T. Well then. At any rate, they managed to capture the marmot, the monkey, whatever you want to call it. It has been wrangled. It is no longer on the loose. We're safe from Momo the monkey, everybody. I saw Jada and her band at Ozfest in 2000. Jada Pinkett Smith had a band? You're shitting me. Jada Pinkett Smith, Will Smith's wife, had a band? I feel like that's something I gotta Google search if I'm gonna believe. I don't know that I want to. My phone just chimed again. Do we need to check this for a reason? That's weird. That wouldn't be notifying me of that now. That show was this morning. All right, then. Okay. Anyways. Moving right along. Let's catch up here. All right, so Momo the monkey has been found. We have found Momo the monkey. He's been returned. I know we were all worried. I still got to get a bunch of clips from that story. Now, this was another one from yesterday. I didn't know that Trevor Noah was still doing The Daily Show. I thought he was done with The Daily Show. I thought he was, like, done. I thought he was leaving. I thought they were looking for new people. I thought, like, Trevor Noah was out and whatever. But apparently he's not, because there's a clip of Trevor Noah at The Daily Show that's circulating with transgender people and stuff. Wonder if the owner spanked Momo when he got home. Yeah, bad monkey. Bad. Sir, are you spanking your monkey? Only because I have to. If you don't spank the monkey, as you learned, it doesn't behave. Idle hands make the monkey your plaything. Anyways, so as I was saying, wait a minute. I seriously thought he went back to South Africa because I hadn't heard from him in a while. Right? Like, that would have made sense if he had gone back to South Africa. I remember him making jokes when he got here about how South Africa and Africa in general was a much nicer place than America, and he was right. But unfortunately, thanks to some of the policies that have been enacted, that's not quite the same anymore. All right. Anyways, did I just get a cat hair? How do they get it in the water bottle? Right? In the water bottle. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, he's back on The Daily Show, I guess. This is from last week. And I did not see this on The Daily Show because I haven't watched The Daily Show. Oh, F you. F you. All right, so this is a trans person, obviously, and they're wearing a They're wearing a shirt that says sport is, I assume it says sport is a human right. Yeah, sport is a human right, but fair competition is a thing. All right, so how often is that on? The Daily Show? I thought that was a 5 days a week program, or at least 4 days a week. South Africa is pretty white. It used to be. Not sure how things are. Well, I mean, there are still, I think, white people. I I know they did a whole thing where like they legally started removing white people from positions and just forcibly pushing black people in them. It's just, but are they qualified to do the job? Like, I understand, equality in the hiring in the marketplace, everything, and I'm all for that. But I'm saying you can't just get rid of people and then put in other people because they fit a color swatch. I mean, do they do the job? Is my question. And then as for this lady, I don't believe in men competing against women. I think it's unfair. So, anyhow. Let's see this this whole thing play out here.
Issue, people like to say that it's a complicated issue, and I don't actually think it is. I think it's very simple. It all boils down to, do you actually think that trans women and intersex women are real women?
No. No, you don't. It's very, very simple, because a real woman has a vagina, has DNA in a certain kind of profile, has certain genetic quotients and ideas. Again, you're right. It is very simple. No, you're not real women. You're people who want to be women, people who are, I know this term offends you, but people who are pretending to be women, I think is the best way to say it. So you're right. It is very simple. No, you're not. I mean, how is that a thing? And as for sport as a human right, yeah, sport is a human right, but it's still bullshit when a dude pretends to be a chick so he can beat women at his sport.
And are really female or not?
And the answer is no, they're not. You're not really female. You're pretending to be female. You're taking your, what do you want to call it? Role play, I guess. I'm not trying to be offensive, but you're taking your pretend game to a very, very, very real extreme if you're going through surgeries and hormone stuff. But again, if you want to brass tacks it, no, you're not a real woman. You're not. I mean, if you're going to put it on those terms, it's that simple. How is sport a human right? Don't just give them the premise. Sport is a privilege, not a human right. And you know what? Cheating at sports is such a male privilege because you can't do it the other way around. No chick gets to go over and do and be a trans male and then have an unbelievable advantage. It's literally, it's a mockery of the feminist movement to the biggest extent, because you literally are going, I need to be respected as a woman, yet have all the advantages of a man. And in some cases, they actually have the plumbing too. So it's just, like I said, interesting. I should quit interrupting this person. Go ahead, go.
And if you do, it's very simple. Just stop policing who counts as a real woman, because this has had history of racism built into it over the years. It's not an accident that the intersex athletes who get singled out are women of color from the global south. Because
no, they
who
aren't.
Gets singled out for scrutiny is based on white women's conceptions of femininity. And
do you ever live outside of your bubble? Do you know who we've been singling? I'm trying to think of one. The only trans female person that I can think of in recent history was the college, or not the college, was the football cheerleader, the Texas cheerleader. I think that's it. What is she talking about? Rusty Grammar, this is when someone is completely a fanatical Bucks fan. This is a bold-faced lie. Yeah, this is literally what happens when you huff your own farts and don't go outside your bubble. I was even recently called a transphobe, and you can have that opinion all you want. But yeah, I'm not trying to be a dick here, asshole, but I don't trans people of color? Are you just trying to score points with Trevor Noah? Because it's people of color. So what? They shit that makes no sense and assumes the rest of us will be like, okay, da. Yeah. All right, so supposedly Trevor Noah even has trouble, like, just kind of passing this along. So let's see how Trevor handles this.
And that's being weaponized against trans people too. So it's a fear of protecting the fragile, weak, cis white woman.
No. It's simply that it's an unfair advantage, and I hate cheaters. That's literally. I don't think I need to protect the women. I think the women need to protect themselves and stand up to you guys themselves. But again, fear isn't the thing. It's not a fair competition. And if you call that protecting women, fine. I have a large amount of disgust for unfair competition. And in most cases, that's what it is. Except I pointed out there wasn't. And ironically enough, you guys have to have your own league in there. The gaming world. You can't all be part of the gaming world. No. We gotta. Do you like anal fisting? Big Bird Bob 1. I can't say I do. For I have an ass, though it has not been fisted. So go ahead, She-Hulk. You were saying?
From the rest of us. So.
I'm woke. I'm mindlessly clapping for what was obviously a completely bullshit pile of mouth vomit. Now, he looks a little confused. And I'm going to say this before he speaks. I really used to like Trevor Noah. Before he became the host of The Daily Show, when he first appeared, I thought Trevor Noah was very, very funny. I enjoyed him very, very much. I did not agree with him being, like, skyrocketed to the host of The Daily Show. I thought that was a bit much. But, okay, whatever. That being said, I really liked him and respected him. I've tried to hold on to that, though it's faded. A lot of it's maintained because I've just not watched him. I hope I'm not about to lose what's left.
There are many elements to what you said, which I appreciate. So let's try to break them down. One thing that confuses me personally is it seems like we have discussions about who should participate in which category and how. You know, on the face of it, it seems simple, as you say. You know, if somebody identifies as a woman, if they're transgender, they can compete against women who were born biologically, and then if not, then not. But then there are many who would argue who are not transphobes. There are many who born biologically women who will say, but you have an unnatural advantage over me, and that makes the sport unfair. How do you respond to that?
Yeah, there's lots of ways you can respond to that. So the first is the very language of you were born and I'm not biological somehow, like.
And I'm not biological somehow? No. We're asking you to pay attention to reality. Oh my God. All right. Sorry, I shouldn't interrupt you this much.
You were born and I'm not biological somehow. Like, I don't think I'm a cyborg. So, like, this idea that, like.
What the fuck? How stupid are you? No one's insisting that you're not biological. They're saying you weren't born a woman. You were born a man with advantages of a... Oh my God. She is a nutcase? Dude, I'm sorry, but this is again why I say with the trans movement stuff, I have a problem. You guys have bad representation at every corner, and you never denounce the bad actors. You never denounce the bad representation. This is bad representation. This fucking idiot is bad representation. Simply because when someone says, well, as a trans woman, you have a biological advantage over women who were born biological women, and you're not a biological woman. Well, I don't think I'm a robot. No one said you were a robot, more. Oh my God. Again, it's just like... I'm supposed to treat you like you're not crazy, but everything you say is nuts. What is... Stop gaslighting me. Fat Conan, you're a dude. Ah. Thank you for saying that. I think I'm a dude too. I really do. I think I'm a dude. I'm trying. I have some movies. I have some movies that need to shrink, But yes, I am definitely a dude. Thank you for saying that. We appreciate that. Joe Burger, oops, I forgot the shard. With man tits. With man boobs. But again, as for this lady, again, trans movement, bad representation, okay? Bad representation. There was a chicken in my class that looked like that would pick her nose with her tongue. There was a chick in your class? I'm having trouble figuring it out. Anyhow, so as I was saying, bad representation, because asshat here is, again, doing this thing where they take... All right, and I will say this. It's a small extent of what I do, only I do it with a little bit more intelligence. When I take the whole, you're a transphobe argument, and I go, no, I'm not. I'm not a transphobe. I'm not afraid of trans people in the slightest. That sound drop is going to affect... Why did it land on me? Of all the places on the screen. I will say I'm glad it didn't land on the person on the screen, so that way nobody can be like, he hates trans people. Look, he has a picture of somebody stabbing. No. That's a Halloween sticker. I have no control over where it lands. Although, that being said, the sticker did land in a rather ominous place for me. I guess I'm going to die in 7 days. Thank you very much. The Deadpool is live. It's active, and apparently I'm fucked. So, thank you, Lab Glass. Fettuccine El Poo-Poo. No, it's your chicken. It's my chicken. Thank you, Lab Glass, for the 100 bits. Oh, shit, we have a sticker party. I didn't realize we were that close to a sticker party. Nobody's ready. If there's an app over there, you could do stickers and stuff. We'll all shit ourselves to the weird music. Let's cover the screen in stickers. I won't say why that would be awesome. Halloween stickers galore, apparently. This is really bad for... It also covers the chat now. Now they're just going nuts. All right, thank you very much. The sticker party's awesome. I'll smoke a little bit of that, since we can't see anything else on the screen anyway. It's Friday. We're having fun. Spy pigeons saying sticky boys. Thank you, Mikey. Two Milks jumping in the chat with the emotes on there. Good to see you. This is why the aliens won't visit us. Spy pigeon, I'm pretty sure if the aliens are visiting us, they're just... This is why the aliens won't visit that dude. Oh. That last little toke hit me right in the chest. All right, so thank you for that. That was fun, a nice little sticker party. So now that's reset. We got a ways before that happens again. And thank you. Again, fun way to wind down the week. So let's go back to this person who is the worst representative for the trans movement ever. Continue speaking your word garbage.
Oh, you're not a biological woman. Well, I am a woman. That's a fact. I am female, so all my identity records, my racing license, my medical records all say female, right? And I'm pretty sure I'm made of biological stuff, so I'm a biological female as well.
No, you're not understanding what we're saying. Again, this is where you completely continue to ostrich ignore reality. You have way more testosterone than other women, a larger bone structure, a natural higher level for levels of adrenaline, for certain endocrine, not endocrine, but I'm not a doctor. I can't make this. You have advantages that men naturally have that aren't going to fade just because you cut your dick and balls off, okay? And this is my other problem for a lot of the competitive trans women. They don't cut their dick and balls off. And if you don't do that, your testicles are two giant testosterone producing factories, which is, again, something that is an unfair advantage. Other than the drag it causes in swimming, there's really no disadvantage, and that's not much of one. That's a dude playing a woman. Right, but this is, again, the argument of, oh, well, I'm not a biological woman, but I am a woman. No, you identify as one. That's where I said, you gotta snip this right in the butt. You're like, oh, I am a woman. No, you identify as one. You're not actually a woman. You just identify as one. We're willing to allow you to have your identity, but I'm tired of ignoring reality. And I'm not going to do that for you. And if that makes me transphobic, then so be it. Because, again, I'm not going to ignore reality for you. You're allowed to do that all damn day. Tell yourself you're a woman, you're a woman, you're a woman. I am going to continue to tell you, you're Joe Berger. Dude looks like a lady. Lady looks like Mr. Grady.
So this question of, do trans women have an advantage over cis women? We don't know.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. You just spent fucking 2 minutes doing word pasta, ignoring the question, and then go, oh, we don't know. Yes, we do. We know you have an advantage with the way your bodies work, with the fact that your bodies naturally... Again, it's really hard to explain this to you because you refuse to accept things like biological science, but biologically speaking, as a man, you have the ability to build muscle easier than women do. That's just a fact. It's just a fact because your body is normally meant to be muscular because you're designed to be a worker, not a life giver, not a nurturer. You're not designed to have boobs and tits and grow people in your belly. You're designed to go get some food, to go get some stuff done, and to maybe fuck a bitch. You know what I mean? Like, you got things to do. Trans people don't even make up 1% of the population, though. It's wild, right? But they're so demanding for attention that you can't just let them... You can't... Again, this is why I'm fine with being called a transphobe, because you can't just say, hey, look, you do your thing, but I'm not going to play along. You're automatically... Nope. You have to submit. You have to agree, which is where I have a problem, because I say I don't have to submit. I don't have to agree. Because that's not how the world works. The same way you don't have to live your life the way I think. The same way I don't have to live my life the way you think. We each have the right to our own opinions. Moo. All right. Periods or prostate? Look, I'm just asking. But that's the thing. That's the thing. Like, I don't think ladies get prostate cancer. Pretty sure they don't. Jolly green dickhead. You don't admit you must acquit. Well, all I say is if the glove don't fit, you must acquit. I have no idea. All right. So again, do trans women have an advantage over natural biological women, whatever? We don't know. Again, yes, we do. The answers are in the performance data. The answers are in sport after sport where man has switched over and become a trans woman and just decimated the field. Allow me to list the fields in which I'm talking about. Swimming, weightlifting, bicycling, and swimming, weightlifting, bicycling. I don't know. Was there one other? Oh, yeah, beauty pageants. And that's the most messed up one of all. Because that's the one where it's like, we don't want women who have been lifted, nipped, tucked, none of that. You got to be a natural beauty. in a beauty pageant. Oh, hi, I'm a trans woman, and if you don't include me, it's a form of hatred. Oh, we better allow you in, even though you've had face work done, and your breasts are fake, and your literally whole body is sculpted. No. We'll allow you to be in a beauty pageant. It's entirely fair. Oh, bullshit. Wow, trucker 18-wheeler. Jesus. Boxing or MMA, I can't remember. Yeah, dude, there was one in somewhere in there. And it's like I said, there are so many where the man that transitioned into a lady switches to that sport and just dominates the field. So, I mean, it's kind of, like I said, kind of proven, but the whole, we don't know. Oh, yeah, we do.
In fact, there's basically no published research on this question. However, there's good reason to think that there isn't, but I think it's irrelevant because we allow all kinds of competitive advantages within women's sport. So one example I love to talk about is the 2016 Rio Olympic women's high jump final. First place was over 6'3". Second place was 5'5". So a 10.5-inch height difference between first and 10th at the Olympics in high jump.
Right.
And we call that fair.
Okay.
So the range of body types within the female category is way, way bigger than anything that could be attributed to trans women. So if there's an advantage, and I'm not saying that there is, for trans women in women's sport, it's not an unfair advantage. But also,
if you completely ignore reality, thank you, Fat Conan, for the 250 channel points, and I might have to do that. Again, I'm for it. Time for men to reassert their dominance.
we've been trying to compete at the highest level for decades. We've been allowed to compete for decades, and no one has won an elite world championship. No one has won an Olympic gold medal. This Tokyo Olympics was the first time trans women even qualified for the Olympics. So this idea that trans women are suddenly going to take over women's sport is an irrational fear of trans women.
We're not afraid you're going to take over the sport. We're afraid you're going to take spots from women in terms of victory performances, in terms of podium placements, meaning other women won't get recognized as much because, again, the proof of this is in the pudding, but, whatever. And then trans person complained about getting beat. That might have happened. Look, I'm not saying the man pudding. I'm not saying that you can't beat. I'm not saying that a trans woman can't be beat by a natural woman in a sport. I'm saying in general that there's a difference and a competitive advantage that men have on the whole shot that is just unfair toward women. And you get that when you put the records and like the amounts that, all right, I should have done more research for this. But anyways, no, that's what I'd have to do if they were my guest. I'd listen, I'd be like, oh, okay. So there's no, all right, so I just want to go to what you said there about no evidence and just pull up all the, but I don't have that ready. So that's just me talking out of my ass. I'm afraid some women are going to get killed by playing against trans men. There's plenty of women getting seriously injured. Again, the person was doing this weird thing where they were saying in the high jump there was like a 10-inch difference between the winner and 10th place. And it's like, yeah, there was maybe a 10-inch difference, but that also speaks to demographics of where those women came from, representing those countries. That's a slightly different thing than saying, well, then it's fair to just add dudes who used to. Again, this doesn't account for the musculature, which
is the dictionary definition of transphobia.
So it's interesting that you say that, because
again, transphobia is a fucking really stupid word in my opinion, because it sounds like people who are afraid of trans people. No one is afraid of trans people. We just simply don't go along with your shit. That's not a fear. Well, I guess I should say I don't go. Maybe there are people who are like, I'm seriously afraid that, like, no, I'm not afraid of that. I'm saying that this is a growing trend of people literally having a performance advantage, and I'm against it. That's all I'm saying.
It's interesting that you say that, because I think if I were to push back, or, you know, even not even playing devil's advocates, there are a few things that could be argued. Number one, you could argue that although the trans woman who competed in the Olympics didn't dominate, she did beat a field of women who might have qualified for that position, right? Secondly,
that's actually kind of the whole point, but yeah, go ahead.
When you talk about the height differences, I agree with this completely. But there are many who would argue,
please, show me your dick! That's nasty, you're a pervert!
Thank you very much for the 50 bits.
We exist in a state where a lot of the surgeries are new, a lot of the technology, just the technology is new. Transgenderism is not new. We know it throughout time, we've seen it throughout history.
No, we haven't. No, we haven't. No, we haven't. We've seen body dysmorphia. Accepting it and calling it transgenderism, that's new.
But there are many who would say, how do we ensure that we are creating some sort of standard? And the reason we talk to this is
fuck off
about this is it's the reason they have to regulate performance-enhancing drugs. For instance, what is fair? What can you drink? What can you not drink? What can you consume? What can you not consume? Some would say, if you are born that way, that's how sport has determined who goes where. And then some would say, no, regardless of who you are, you should be able to compete. My question then comes in from a really, honestly, a different place. Somebody like Oscar Pistorius from South Africa, right? He was the double amputee.
Yep.
And Oscar Pistorius actually went, well, I want to compete in the able-bodied race, right? And people, you have an advantage, do you not, et cetera, because of the prosthetics. But then could there not be an argument, if there is no advantage in that then trans women should be able to compete, but in the men's races then, because they'd still be able to compete in the sport?
But they're women. And they're
no, that's the part that you're not getting. No, you're not. See, why is it you can't have a problem competing in the sport against the dudes, but they're women? They're not women, though. They're men. Like, I'm sorry. I'm not going to say you're a woman. I'm just not going to do it because giving you that little bit of ground you use to take advantage of so much shit that I can't give it to you. I can't give it to you. I can't let you have that little indulgence because you use that little indulgence, go, no, but I'm a woman. I have to use the women's restroom. I have to do this. I have to do that. It doesn't matter if it's making women uncomfortable. It doesn't matter if using the women's locker room is making women uncomfortable. I need to do this because I'm a woman. So that's where I get to the no, you're not a woman. You're a dude pretending to be a woman, and that's fine. You want to do that. We've also made it okay in society for people to literally pretend to be animals. So I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, you can't pretend to be a lady. I'm simply going to say at the end of the day, you're actually a dude. Or at least you were a dude before you mutilated yourself to make you look like a lady. That, again, doesn't make you women. And it's really, really interesting. The minute he poses an argument and this person thought that they were going to be on board, they're like, yeah, and that person should have been able to compete against the able-bodied people, even though their prosthetic legs gave them a clear and decisive advantage over regular muscles that don't work like that. But yeah, they should be able to compete again. And then he immediately went, so then in those answers, so by that definition, though, wouldn't you say that then you should be able to compete just against the men because you can perform? Oh, but we're women. Fucking.
That then trans women should be able to compete, but in the men's races then, because they'd still be able to compete in the sport.
But they're women, and they're female. So
no.
Like I said, this boils down to, are trans women really women? Are they really female?
No.
Because if you think yes.
Because if you think yes, well, let me solve the problem for you. Society will solve the problem for you. Since you can't just take well enough to be accepted, you've got to push. Let me put it this way. No, you're not real women. You're not real women, okay? You're not real women. I mean, I am sad that I have to be the one to shatter this fucking delusion for you, but no, you're not. I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude. Thank you, Corndiff. Good to see you, Corndiff. Just change the names from men/women's sports to XYXX sports. I mean, yeah, they could do that, but then if we started identifying people solely as their chromosomes, trans people will have an argument against that. Here's another funny thing: they make trans categories where transgender people can compete, but only in against other transgender people. They don't want to compete in those. They don't want to sign up for those. They want to be accepted somewhere. They're not, like this idea that who they want to pretend they are, who they have to, put on a face to be, has to be accepted by all of us, down to the like, oh, but I'm a woman. Like, no, you're not. You want to identify as one. Okay, fine. But if you're saying I want to compete in women's sports, no. But I'm a woman. No, you're not. You compete in the men's sports, but I'm a woman. No, you're not. You're a dude. I hate to be the one to have to tell you this, but there you go. It's that simple. Oh. Alrighty. And chromosome 21 for Special Olympics. Hey, no. You watch it with the Special Olympic stuff. Now you're talking about something that's near and dear to my heart, because I am just handicapped enough and just retarded enough to be in it, but I'm nowhere near talented enough. I'll never make it. So, hi, Johnny. Hi, Johnny's lawyer. Hey, Fallen the Great. I identify it as disabled and I'm going to rock the Special Olympics next year. See, that's the best thing about the trans argument. It's as a meme and a joke. You have people on motorcycles saying, I identify as a bicyclist. I'm going to the Tour de France. Like this whole, I identify as, and it doesn't matter if I have a performance advantage. God, I wish I had the facts on the bodybuilder story or weightlifting story. There's a trans man who identifies as a woman who cleared the weightlifting record, and I want to pull those stories up in something like this, just be like, and confront that person with these and be like, but how do you explain this? All right, so how do you explain that? How do you consider that fair? It shatters the record by miles, leaps, and bounds. Something no woman, the closest lady is performing this far back. So how does that person not have a performance advantage? How is that not a performance advantage? It's, again, and this is something I'd like to ask this person on camera. Have you played in a sport? Have you been an athlete? What sports did you play in, and how long? Because I'm just wondering. I'm wondering what wants to make them be a woman. Women suck. Dude, trucker 18-wheeler. I'm not being sexist when I'm saying this. The bar of expectation, particularly in sports, is remarkably lower for women. It is, okay? Think about it. You play from the woman's tee. Go start a little further up, baby. So it's just that's the way it is. She looks like a shot putter. She looks like the only sport she's played are video game ones. That is ironically the only place where I'm saying that women don't have a superior advantage or anything like that is on the sports, or fuck sports, the video game stuff, the esports. That's where it doesn't matter whether you're a woman, whether you're trans, but that's where women and trans people more than ever want to have their own special group and their own special league, because they don't get recognized against because you can't compete. And that's where it's a fair playground. We can all be as good at fucking Overwatch as the next person. But, your gender doesn't define that. But, all right. My fingers are so sticky, numb. I think Fallen the Great might be drunk, everybody. All right, good for you. Ringing in the weekend. All right, did you have anything left to say? I think that was the end of that clip.
Then we belong competing with other women. So
no, you don't, though. Again, like I said, you're not real women. If that's how it If that's how it boils down to you, look, I'm more than willing to tell you you're a woman if you've had the surgery, firstly. You got to have some skin in the game, in my opinion. But if you've had those surgeries and stuff, okay, fine, you're a woman. But if that's what you use as the platitude to then go, but I want to compete where I have a performance advantage, then we're going to have to get back to you. Because, no. And that's, again, my other problem. Too many of these trans people that identify as women to compete with an advantage in their field, they're not locked in, all right? They're not giving up you got to give up the bits, man. Until then, I think you're just trying to cheat. You can call me a bigot. You can call me whatever. But I ain't gonna, I'm not taking, why don't I take Leah Thomas seriously? Because Leah Thomas still has a dick and openly admits being attracted to women and literally can go back to being a dude anytime they want. They're just doing this for, the advantage, the short game. D-sausage or you're not in the game. Cocked or decocked. Way to go, Donald. Alrighty. I really don't want to go through this too long. But this story has too many parts that I do want to talk about, so I don't want to skip it either. This one sucks, so I apologize now. I'm going to cinch up my belt, and I hope you do too. Corn dip going num 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 num. Alrighty. A Las Vegas woman dreamed of having a big family since childhood, was mistakenly given an abortion pill instead of IVF hormones by a CVS pharmacy, ending her pregnancy, and all she got was, sorry. I'm pretty sure I'd burn that building to the ground. There's a lawsuit coming, right? Like a heavy lawsuit. There's got to be, you've got to be suing the shit out of that store. And I'm personally thinking, is it wrong to think that this...
Denise Harley. I'm Senior Counsel and Director of the Center for Life at Alliance Defending Freedom.
I didn't... Why is that? I hate foxes need to play stuff without my permission. All right, so yeah, I'm thinking this was a racial thing. They're like, oh, no, she couldn't have wanted IVF. She's a black lady. She must have needed an abortion pill. They don't need help getting pregnant. They can't stop popping out kids. They do it every 4 years to stay on government program. Oh, my God, you're a racist. Seriously, what? You gave her... Did nobody check the prescription? And furthermore, ma'am, did you? Did your bottle, say it was IVF medication? How did you take the wrong medicine? I hate when I take laxatives and accidentally yeetus the fetus. Oh, declassified Crocs. Wow, that was one. The terminology alone. Oh, my poor and fragile mind. Thank you for paying attention to or being part of the show on Twitch, YouTube, Rumble, all of that. We appreciate having all of you. What the heck? Is it not? Okay. Whew. Was worried that Rumble wasn't working, and then I went over and worked. It is working. So Rumble's working. Very glad to have that. Numbers low on Rumble though. Odd. Weird. Normally Rumble and YouTube pretty even. Now we're all over here on Twitch and YouTube. So thank you very much for being part of the show. We have to load our second hour stories. We're going all the way till 5:30 because our goal has been entirely met, which means all the bits, subs, and everything that comes in today rolls into Monday's goal. We'll see where that all lands. Again, thank you all so much for your support. Particularly, I think it was Lab Glass for butt stuff and something. So again, thank you so very much. We'll finish up on this story. You have to make yourself think it's pregnant Thomas told the 8 News Now investigators. We're taking a lot of supplements to make our bodies think it's pregnant. Her doctor prescribed a vaginal suppository in place of injections. Thomas went to her branch. She took 2 of her required doses and knew something was wrong. She experienced cramping, but this was not the pain she intended. It was extremely painful. She checked the prescription bottle and looked up the name of the drug, and the first thing I read is it's used for abortions. Okay, so the prescription and the name of the drug should tell you 2 things. It's used for abortions. So who gave you the wrong thing? Either your doctor prescribed the wrong prescription or the hospital or CVS gave you the wrong prescription. Point is, you didn't check these when taking a new prescription. You're taking a new drug, shoving it in a very weird place. Like, I've never had to take suppository medication, but I imagine if you're taking a twat pill, you ought to make sure it's the one they told you to take, all right? You wouldn't just go sticking some strange dick up in there, you know what I mean? Like, make sure if you screw in the bathtub, you can't get pregnant. Really? Should have done that. Should have had a V8. And this is sus AF. They always go over the medications when you pick them up, and when they said you should expect these side effects like losing a baby, red flag. No, right? Yeah, they usually go over the medications with you, and again, like I scrolled down for the picture. Did I miss anything important in this? In her 30s, Thomas said she has struggled getting pregnant. She's had 2 entropic pregnancies, having led to having her fallopian tubes removed. Even though they were not insured for the costs they would endure, they decided to pay for in vitro fertilization, IVF. The report says the doctor sedated Thomas, inserted 2 eggs inside her body, and sent her home with prescriptions, one of which would trick her body into producing enough hormones to kickstart her pregnancy. He prescribed a vaginal suppository in place of the injections. She went to her pharmacy branch. She took the 2 required doses and knew something was wrong. 2 of her required doses. Again, so it seems weird that they didn't go over the medication with you? 8 News Now investigators obtained documents that outline how 2 technicians and 2 pharmacists made a series of errors that led to Thomas being given the wrong medication, which essentially terminated her budding pregnancy on the spot. Oh, damn. So I was going to be kind of like, all right, but apparently the investigators have documents now. They just killed my baby, she said to herself at the time. Both my babies, because I transferred 2 embryos. According to the report, one technician, incorrectly believing she knew the generic name of the brand prescribed by the doctor, entered the wrong name into the prescription. One pharmacist did not catch the error. Another pharmacist failed to counsel Thomas when she came to pick up the medication. So there we go. All right, here you go. Oh, no. I'm sorry. I'm going racist. The dingo ate my baby. Well, at that point, that's all your baby's good for after those suppositories. It's a snack. But my point is, I'm sorry. I'm going racial here. They didn't check with her on it because they're like, black lady getting an abortion pill. There's news. Of course, the doctor signed off on it. And because of this asshole, this utter dickhole, she lost her kid, man. That is, again, that's time for a lawsuit, or maybe, I don't know, burn the place to the ground, in my opinion. You've asked for some justice. Oh, I love it when I have to sneeze. It's not horrible at all. So, according to the report, one technician believed she entered the... All right, so she thought one technician believed she knew better and she entered the wrong name, and another technician didn't catch the error or check with the lady about the prescription. So instead, y'all killed her baby. The error, would have been caught because they would have had to have had the medicine in their hand, Thomas said, and they would have said, oh, this is misoprostol or Cytotec. Have you taken this before? And I would have said no. Thomas submitted a complaint to the Nevada State Board of Pharmacy, which met in September. She gave the heartbreaking testimony about her horrifying experience. The two pharmacists were fined and their licenses suspended provisionally. If both pharmacists avoid disciplinary action over the next 12 months, pay fines, and take continuing educational credits, their licenses will be reinstated, according to pharmacy board documents. Yeah, but she's getting, like I said, you guys cost her a substantial amount of money. We've apologized to our patient for the prescription incident that occurred in 2019 and have cooperated with the Nevada Board of Pharmacy in this matter. We apologized. Yeah, Louis said we're sorry. We forcibly aborted your child. Oops. Jesus Christ, you guys. The health and well-being of our patients is our number one priority, and we have comprehensive policies and procedures in place to support prescription safety. Yeah, too bad none of those happened this time. The pharmacy board fined CVS the maximum amount allowed by the statute, which is $10,000.
From company events to parties with friends to charity fundraisers to reunions, Rush Order Teas can make a sure.
I'm not playing your stupid ads. To suspend or take action against the pharmacy license when they really didn't do anything wrong. All right, so Thomas said that she felt it was not okay and that she should have took the initiative for the or he should have took the initiative for the company as a whole. Both pharmacists apologized in the hearing. Yeah, again, all I got was sorry, she said. It will never be good enough. Right, yeah, sorry is not what you say to this lady. You've got to be paying for her continued stuff, right? The same lady got 7 COVID shots, so... Fact, Honan, I don't know if she got any COVID shots or not, and I don't really care if she got any COVID shots or not. She was going to have a kid. She was trying to have a kid. They gave her the wrong medication. She didn't really check any of her medications. That's something I personally do before taking a new one, but again, they aborted my baby, and all I got was a whoops-a-doodle. Seems like a dick move. Prescribe Zoloft and call it a draw. Oh, no, that's not what we do. Ugh. Give her a baby, just knock her up, just get her all knocked up, you know what I mean? Like, all right. So yes, CVS accidentally aborting a baby. And people think Planned Parenthood it's the one to worry about. All right, so I got to pull the audio down for a second so we can load our second hour stories. We have 2 hours left in the program. Thank you for joining us. Let's get the second hour stories up. We have an incident in Wisconsin of a person going to the Capitol. We have a Pentagon official who's apparently running a dogfighting ring. We've got SWAT raids on oh, nope. We got SWAT raids on a civilian that they're being left to pay the price for. Hillary Clinton saying some incredibly scary stuff, and before we get into what she says, I just want to say, why are we allowing her to speak in terms of publicly? Who cares what she thinks? Like, go away. You're done with the politics. Can't you stop voicing your opinion? You're kind of, a problem. All right, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that was you. That can't have been you. That was you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I counted that one, and that one's mine. Okay, that makes sense. And then we have one more. We have a story. I have a video that we're gonna go through about. And it's apparently 2 years old. It's a documentary or something. I don't know. It's a short on a guy who made an ass of himself, and I love showing like TikTokers and IRL people who make asses of themselves. So we're going to enjoy all of that. They should have to pay for another round of IVF. Absolutely, Toastmaster. They should be paying for another round of IVF, and they should be covering like the prescriptions for the drugs. Wait a minute, what? 5 months ago? No audio on this. Oh, that's because my audio's down.
Absurd and it's stupid. And why it's a problematic money grab by greedy promoters.
Perhaps the most absurd and senseless sport in the world is about to go mainstream.
But this is not my cup of tea. Speaking of tea, the word...
All right, so power slap thing looks interesting. Maybe we'll get into that. We'll start with this first one on the Capitol. A man returns to the Wisconsin Capitol with an assault rifle and asks to see the governor hours after being arrested there with a gun, according to state officials. Oh, wow. So a man who was arrested Wednesday after bringing a handgun to the Wisconsin Capitol says he wanted to see Governor Tony Evers, returned with an assault rifle that night after posting bail and again asking to see Evers, according to state officials. The man was shirtless and had a holstered handgun and leashed dog when he approached the security desk outside the governor's office in Madison around 2 p.m. on Wednesday. He said he would not leave until he saw the governor, a Democrat official said. The man has been identified as Joshua Plesnick, according to a Wisconsin State Capitol Police visitor alert. CNN attempted to contact him. Plesnick was told he could not open carry in the Capitol. Plesnick stated he would not comply with that order. The man was taken to jail on suspicion of openly carrying a firearm in the Capitol, which is illegal, the administration department said. While being interviewed, Plesnick said he would continue coming to the Capitol until he spoke to the governor about domestic abuse towards men. I am a handicapped cripple, and even I chuckle when people ask if anyone in my home makes me feel unsafe. I mean, it's just, no offense. We've got to do something about all this domestic abuse on men. All these men are getting domestically abused. They come home from a long day of work and their wife punches them in the face and say, "Where's my food? I want my food and I want my dick." Oh my God, are you serious? You are nuts. All right, we need more on this guy. Joshua Plesnick. Oh, please no. The man was shirtless, had a holstered handgun and a leashed dog when he approached. Nope, we covered that. He'd leave the attempt to contact him. The gun was seized as evidence, and the dog was turned over to the City of Madison Animal Control, according to the administration department. Plesnick later bailed himself out of jail, the visitor alert said. The man returned outside of the Capitol shortly before 9 p.m., this time with an AK-47 style rifle, the administration department said, again asking to see the governor. Capitol Police and Madison Police began a dialogue with him, the administration department said. A consent search of his backpack was conducted and revealed a collapsible police-style baton, which is illegal as the man did not have a valid concealed carry permit. Officers took him into custody shortly before midnight for psychiatric evaluation based on a concerning statement, and the rifle was seized by Capitol Police, according to the department statement. Britt Chudaback. Britt Chudaback, a spoke. I want my Chudaback news. I want my Chudaback news. Wisconsin Chudaback news. And barbecue sauce. Britt Chudaback, a spokesperson for the governor's office, declined to comment, saying it was the office's policy not to comment on matters of the governor's security. Evers, however, told reporters Thursday he was doing okay, crediting the various police departments for their work. Yeah, it's always something that you don't want to see happen, he said, but that's why we have good people here in the police departments, in the Capitol Police, and in the State Patrol. They're doing great work. Asked if the Capitol Security Police would be enhanced, the governor said, I'm sure they're looking at that as we speak, though he also declined to discuss security matters in detail. Officials have not yet declined the nature of the man's comments Wednesday and whether they were violent, but Evers, like a number of public officials in recent years, has previously been the subject of violent threats. In June, a Wisconsin man was sentenced to 1 year and 1 day in federal prison after pleading guilty to transmitting in interstate commerce a threatening communication, according to a news release from right. And that one guy who was pissed off at Biden got raided by the feds and dead. Separately, a man who authorities say fatally shot a Wisconsin judge last year had also considered Evers and Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell as targets. According to a source familiar with the investigation, the name of Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer, who herself the subject of a kidnapping plot by the FBI, was also on the list of targets, her office said at the time. Well, I mean, then we know that guy was a plant. That's one thing I really want to interview Gretchen Whitmer for. Like, I want to be like, so, I find it really weird you continue to support the FBI. Be like, why do you have such unwavering support of the FBI? Well, they foiled the kidnapping attempt on my life. Like, yeah, but they also hatched it. So, I mean, it was pretty easy to foil when it was their idea. Just, wait, what? You're not supposed to just say that out loud. Yeah, you are. Because that's called the truth. All right, anyways. Let's get into this one, which is also equally sad, and then maybe we can be done with sad shit for a while. Feds say a Pentagon official ran a dogfighting ring, shot up dogs with steroids, and killed losers with jumper cables. Oh, Skeezy, that's just a crazy conspiracy theory, Johnny. Actually, no, it's not, considering that several of the people involved in the plot to kidnap Gretchen Whitmer have been freed because of, again, the evidence proving it was really mostly an FBI plot that they kind of hatched, set up, and like floated to these guys. Like, hey, how about we do this? So yeah. Thank you for that. Oh, killing losers with jumper cables. I want to beat the shit out of this person. Yep, that's Frederick Douglass Moorfield Jr., the Pentagon's Deputy Chief Information Officer for Command, Control, and Communications. He ran a brutal dogfighting ring called Jihad Kennels, which began operations in 2018. What's more, like most dogfighting organizers, Moorfield often killed the losers if they were his, and it looks like he used jumper cables to do so, which is just disgusting. The investigation into Moorfield, who named his dogfighting business Jihad Kennels, an apparent homophone for jihad, okay, began in 2018 when Anne Arundel County Animal Control discovered the bodies of 2 dogs in plastic bags that included mail addressed to his Arnold MD home, according to a recently unsealed. The distribution of the number of recent and healed dog bite wounds present on both dogs was consistent with organized fighting. Based on this information, they believe that Moorfield sponsored each of these dogs in a dogfight. Veterinary medical examiners were unable to determine the dogs' cause of death, but investigators believe Moorfield killed them himself if they did not die in a fight. And, yeah. Just jumper cables. In a September 6th search of his home, the FBI discovered 5 pit bull-type dogs kept in small, thick metal cages in a windowless room in the unfinished portion of his basement. The room holding the seized dog contained items used generally to train dogs for fighting, including weighted collars and heavy metal chains, and apparatuses that are used for involuntary inseminating female dogs. Investigators also found a device consisting of jumper cables attached to an electrical plug used to electrocute a dog after losing a fight, the ends of which were covered with hair and blood, according to the affidavit. Oh, my God. To support his dogfighting operation, Moorfield is accused of placing his dogs on treadmills, feeding them performance-enhancing drugs such as steroids and specialized dog food, and strapping them to weighted vests embroidered with the name Jihad Kennels. Oh, so you just think of this so much like a... Some of these matches lasted up to an hour and many times ended with the death of the losing dog. And if the pup lost and remained alive, it was often killed by the owner. What's more is these dudes were betting at least $1,500 per match. Oh, Lordy. That's just... I think he saw an opportunity in the market after Michael Vick went to prison. Yeah, that's pretty much what we're feeling. That douche canoe. That's like, even if you don't like pit bulls, I'm sorry, that guy is a piece of shit. That guy. And hey, it's only a government official. I'm trying really, really hard to not feel like every single government official is a giant steaming pile of shit. But it's just starting to seem like every single government official is a giant steaming pile of shit. And I just don't know what to do about it. Will he definitely choose the right career work? He chose the right career work for the Pentagon. Yeah, you know. It just sucks. I'm sorry. I should have. Lab Glass was right. Skip, and I should have. I should have skipped it. Because even if you don't care for the dogs, I didn't show pictures because I didn't think it'd be right. And unfortunately, I still saw them. So, evil, narcissistic psychopaths, every last one of them. You know, I'm starting to think you're not wrong, Skeezy. I'm starting to think you're not wrong. But we're fully funded for today, so as my somewhat narcissistic ass would like to say thank you. And yeah, that's just, again, that hurts. The jackboot thugs need to be put in a ring with these dogs. I wouldn't mind that. I'd like to see these dudes fight the dogs, you know, like a bunch of the dogs against the dude, and the dude can be all fucked up. And if he wins, we can electrocute him. But yeah, so it's just the last of the flower. The last of the flower. Suppose I'll have to figure out something this weekend. We're hanging out this weekend. Check us out this Sunday on the Smoke Show, our Sunday Smoke Show. Always a good time. We're also keeping this show going for another hour and 45 minutes, so thank you very much for that. And do we have anything else we have to get to? I don't think so. So moving right along, this video, again, if you don't hate the government after everything we've done already, I give you a nose itch. I give you somebody like, oh my God, who does he look like? I'm trying to think of who he looked like. He looks kind of like Patton Oswalt with a goatee. This poor bastard. This poor bastard has a pretty sad sob story, and I'm trying to rewind to it. There we go. And here we go. Again, I kind of feel like Patton Oswalt with a goatee is the one I'm getting at. And then there's another face I'm seeing, but I can't quite place it. I've hated the government since I was in middle school. I can't be swayed. Rusty Grammar, I up and down because I grew up on welfare. It is, and I'll go into this before I do that video. I'll say this. It is true what they say. If you grow up on government support, you have a very different opinion of what government can do and how useful it is. Is that Alex Jones with hair? You know what? I maybe that week I could give you that, Alex Jones. I could. I'm a Christian. We'll find out. It's someone that should be on Alex's show. Yeah, but like it's true what they say. If you grow up on government assistance and government programs, if you grow up on the government teat, you kind of look for it to solve your problems, to be there for you. My parents, I know, do that. I myself, ironically, being on the government teat right now, am trying to work to not need it and to be off of it because I don't want to rely on it. It's kind of golden handcuffs, if you will. It's very helpful in the moment, but it's not helpful in the long term, and it's not a good way to be. But it is life at the moment. Anyhow, so back to Alex Jones with a beard, or as I said, Patton Oswalt with a goatee. This guy again. Horrible story about a SWAT raid. Here we go.
When I saw the shop, the first feeling I had, I said to myself, why did this guy shoot me?
It took a lifetime for Carlos Pena to realize his American dream and build his business, a print shop. It took mere hours for an LA SWAT team to destroy it, through no fault of Pena's. Last August, a fugitive violently forced his way into the shop and threw Pena out the door.
Out of thousands of businesses in North Hollywood, this guy picked mine.
The fugitive barricaded himself inside. During an hours-long standoff, a SWAT team fired more than 30 rounds of tear gas, Pena says.
It felt like a war in there. I thought there were gunshots.
The fugitive got away, leaving behind a disaster.
An hours-long standoff. So, you guys, you couldn't catch him? You have a standoff for a couple hours. How much tear gas did he say they fired in there? All for naught? Jesus Christ. The fugitive got away.
Out of thousands of businesses in North Hollywood, this guy picked mine.
The fugitive barricaded himself inside. During an hours-long standoff, a SWAT team fired more than 30 rounds of tear gas, Pena says.
More than 30 rounds of tear gas. So more than 30 rounds of tear gas, and the guy still gets away. How effective was that tear gas? That's what makes you different from the freeloaders, Johnny. You don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. You are legitly qualified to be on government aid until you can get on your feet. Wait, bad choice of words. You know what I mean? Aha! Thank you. All right. So it doesn't look too bad, right? Alex Jones has a beard. Okay, so it's Alex Jones with hair. He has a beard now? I haven't been watching Alex Jones for
felt like a war in there. I thought there were gunshots.
The fugitive got away, leaving behind a disaster caused by the cops, with serious damage to all Pena's equipment and the building. It even reeked of tear gas.
The second I went inside the shop, I was going to pass out.
Pena's inventory ruined, his equipment unusable.
All the work of my life had gone down the drain. For one guy.
Pena's insurance policy, like most people's, did not cover acts of the government, leaving Pena on the hook for the more than $60,000.
Ain't that a bitch? Most insurance policies don't cover acts of the government. And the government doesn't pay for the damages, I'm guessing. Think they'll pay for the damages? Apparently not.
$1,000 in damage and the tens of thousands in lost business. The Los Angeles city government would not reimburse Pena for the destruction police caused, so he sued.
I don't mean that they were doing something wrong, but in the process, they are making me pay for what they do.
The Takings Clause in the Fifth Amendment to the U.S. Constitution says that private property shall not be taken for public use without just compensation. Now, some federal courts have ruled that government actions taken under, quote, police powers are not subject to the Takings Clause. But there have been multiple lawsuits, such as Pena's.
I can't really explain the devastation that a person feels, and I guess it's because of the injustice.
Vicki Baker also sued over a police raid. A Texas SWAT team heavily damaged her McKinney home during a fugitive barricade situation in 2020.
Everything was justice.
Vicki Baker also sued over a police raid. A Texas SWAT
after. So they flat out destroyed the fence. They ripped the garage door out. These people need to leave that neighborhood. I would argue that's also a very valid point, Jolly Green Dickhead. These people maybe don't want to live there. You maybe don't want to live in that town with that shit going down.
Team heavily damaged her McKinney home during a fugitive barricade situation in 2020.
Everything was thrown out. I mean, linens, dishes, you name it. Everything
My vibrator.
Went. There were so many wonderful things that I had. Family history.
Everything was thrown out. Linens, dishes, vibrators, you name it. My Black Thunder doubleheader with rabbit extension was completely mangled in the backyard. That was my favorite.
First edition books. It all got thrown away.
Oh, Lord. My roommate, if she heard that part, first edition books, those heathens, just. Sometimes I wish that I had certain people here for certain reactions I would get out of them on stories, like say this one, and that would be hilarious. But whatever. Continuing to move along. Bada boom.
And of course, they put no money value on any of that.
Baker says her dog Bandit, a Chihuahua, was blinded and lost his hearing because of the raid. She says Bandit had so much pain and trauma, he eventually had to be put down.
Bandit was probably the worst piece that we had to lose.
A federal judge awarded Baker about $60,000 to cover the damage, but the city of McKinney, Texas, is appealing. The city says they initially offered Baker $55,000 and she declined.
I will tell you this, that if we don't win, this is going to go all the way to the Supreme Court. This cannot continue to happen to individuals.
CNN reached out to the Los Angeles mayor's office. We have not heard back.
So one was in Los Angeles, the other one was in Texas? The other one was the other one was in Texas? I don't want to die in Texas. Chicago, maybe. Alrighty. This next one is going to be a difficult one to go through, but we're going to get through it. Good for you, lady. I hope you have a good team of... Well, thank you, Skeezy, for that one. Appreciate it. Alrighty, so again, we're going for another hour and a half. Thank you so much for being part of the program. We've got a couple of stories left to go. Rusty Grammar. He isn't wrong. Who said he was? Who said he was? Fallen saying skip. Skip what? Skip what, Fallen? You might be behind in the show because there's nothing to skip now. There's skip. I'm a skip it man. I'm a skip it man. Skip. Jolly Green Dickhead to Malu. Skip to Malu. I mean, really? Maybe. Maybe not. All right, so maybe K Fallen wants to talk Turkey. I don't know. I don't speak Turkey. That is the wrong one. I'm not Turkish. I don't speak Turkey. I don't speak Turkey. Durkadur. Is that anything? I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. Anyhow, we have another video here. I have not seen this video, so I'm going to sit here and watch this with you. But what I do know is that in it, Hillary Clinton calls for the formal deprogramming of MAGA cult members, which I consider the scariest thing of anyone to say. I don't agree with MAGA people, but I don't think they need to be rounded up and formally deprogrammed, and I don't think they need to be called cult members. I also don't think the social justice woke mob that follows AOC and them, I don't like them. I don't stand them at all. But I'm also saying they don't need to be rounded up and deprogrammed. I mean, I do call them cult members, but that's because I hate them. Either way, I'm saying the round them up and deprogram, formally deprogram. Like, and it's worse because it's Hillary Clinton asking for this. Because it just, as I get older, I'm more and more aware of how much of like a tyrant you and your husband were. And in terms of not letting anyone who disagrees with you get to do things. Let's start by deprogramming her. She is the libbot 3000. Exactly. Can we deprogram you of your values so you stop showing up telling us what you think? I mean, that would be great.
Forward for the country, as you say. Is there any area of coalition building that could happen? There are pragmatic Republicans, as you say. Could there be a whole new way of trying to, get legislation going and cross-party governance going by Democrats and certain Republicans forming a coalition?
Well, you saw the number of Republicans who voted along with Democrats to keep the government open. So there's clearly a common sense, sane part of the Republican caucus.
A sane part. No, it's called a self-serving part. There's clearly a self-serving part of the government that was like, hey, if we stay open, we could keep making money and taking bribes and shit. And we get that. But I'm really getting sick of the idea that the Republicans are automatically insane and the Democrats, like, no offense, guys, but you guys are the ones spouting some pretty crazy shit lately. So, yeah. But again, I don't know. I just got to get through this clip. It's like my vegetables. I just got to eat this and move on because, good God, that's what I say about Hillary's twat. I just got to eat this and move on. It's like vegetables.
In the House. But I think they are intimidated. They oftentimes, say and do things which they know better than to say or do. And it will require us defeating those most extreme measures and the people who promote them in order to try to get to some common ground where people can, again, work together. That's the way it used to be. I mean, we had very strong partisans in both parties in the past, and we had very bitter battles over all kinds of things, gun control and climate change and the economy and taxes. But there wasn't this little tail of extremism wagging the dog of the Republican Party as it is today.
Yeah, I don't know if there was that or not, but you're acting like there isn't this little tail of wokeism wagging the Democratic Party today. Again, you know what? We got an hour left in the show. Is there anyone who gives a shit if I fucking skip this? Because I'm sorry. This is as painful as listening to that trans lady in terms of denying reality. Because again, this extremist tale. Where is the extremist part? Where's the extremist part? Look, I don't like MAGA people. I'm not saying I'm a MAGA person, and I'm not out here to defend them. I don't like them, love them, or whatever, but you're really making it hard not to want to defend them tooth and nail with the whole way that we call them extremists. Extremists for what? January 6th? That was an inside job rigged by the fucking Democrats. Let's admit it. That wasn't even a thing. That was a peaceful protest that people got arrested for. So, it was a riot. No. What we had in Minneapolis was a riot. What we have in many, many cities is a riot. But since those people are black, we have to call them peaceful protests. You fucking cunt.
And sadly, so many of those extremists, those MAGA extremists, take their marching orders from Donald Trump, who has no credibility left by any measure. He's only in it for himself.
Yeah, you're just spouting bullshit talking points, and they're gonna let you. And I'm out to have fun. It's a fun end for the weekend. I don't even put it. Those were fiery but peaceful protests per CNN. Who has no respect by any measure. I mean, what do you mean by any measure? Let's look at how many of your holdings you didn't overinflate to take advantage of shit. Like, again, this is one of those things where Hillary Clinton wants to act like Donald Trump's a dirty dick. She's done everything he's done and then some. So, I'm sorry. If Donald Trump's a piece of shit, then you're a turd that should have been flushed a long time ago. I said it before and I'll say it again. Why the fuck is Hillary Clinton allowed to talk anymore? You're done. You're done. Go away now. Go home and retire to some cats and leave us the fuck alone. All right. Oh, the history of slap fighting. I don't know that I want to commit 9 minutes to this, but I do think I want to look into that later. That's my actual show thing. We have one thing left here, and then we have our third hour stories. We're catching up. Hey, we're doing it. We're catching up. All right. What's extreme about wanting single subject spending bills and a balanced budget? What's extreme about investigating high crimes and misdemeanors in the Oval Office to include bribery, FD 1023 Killary? Look into it. So yeah, I didn't even get to the part that scared me the most about where she calls for like a formal deprogramming of MAGA people and that it's a cult or whatever. To which I would respond with, how is the woke agenda of like AOC and the rest of them, how is that not cult-like stuff? You're not allowed to oppose. How is Biden not running a crime syndicate? That's where I'm at with this, and that's where my problem is, where people in politics like Hillary Clinton are sitting up there saying shit, and nobody is there to look her in the face and go, okay, so if he's a horrible criminal, how come Joe Biden is a piece of shit that's allowed to be in office? I mean, he's been a criminal this whole time. It's quite obvious he's on China's payroll, but we're not allowed to talk about that? What's up there? I'd like to know what she thinks about that. Why is that okay? Why is everything Donald Trump so indictment worthy, but yet Biden hasn't done anything? But yet we can't arrest Biden for any of his crimes? Skeezy saying, Democrats are incapable of committing crimes. Everybody knows this. Oh. Well, then. Nope. I'm going to call myself a Nope, we're not saying that out loud. On Wednesday, Gavin Newsom, we have a law to talk about. One of the last things to talk about from our second hour stories. Catching up on the show. Thank you very much for being part of it today. We did a little gem with Bob Mendez being indicted for taking bribes. Go figure, a Democrat taking bribes. Who would have thunk it? Republicans and Democrats take bribes. I told you to skip. No one ever listens to Fallen. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go hang out with all my friends in a deer stand. All right, Fallen, I hope you have a great time in the deer stand. Enjoy your weekend. Let's talk about something California recently did that doesn't seem sketchy at all. On Wednesday, Gavin Newsom signed into law an act that would outlaw counting ballots by hand. The bill was signed likely in response to a Northwest California county deciding to end its contract with Dominion voting machines and go instead to hand-tallied ballots. Set to go into effect immediately, the law deals a blow to Shasta County's conservative majority board of supervisors, which voted in a 3-2 vote in January to cancel its contract with Dominion amid a flurry of unsubstantiated conspiracy theories about the company in the wake of the 2020 election, leaving it without a way to conduct elections for a time. So they don't want to go with Dominion voting machines, which, again, we shouldn't be. Voting with Dominion voting machines is so safe and secure that they're making it illegal not to use the machines. Right. That'll help your conspiracy theory people for sure. Senator Amy Klobuchar. What the heck?
I continue to think that our voting machines are too vulnerable.
But researchers have repeatedly demonstrated that ballot recording machines and other voting systems are susceptible to tampering.
Even hackers with limited prior knowledge, tools, and resources are able to breach voting machines in a matter of minutes.
In 2018, electronic voting machines in Georgia and Texas deleted votes for certain candidates or switched votes from one candidate to another.
The biggest seller of voting machines is doing something that violates Cybersecurity 101, directing that you install remote access software, which would make a machine like that, a magnet for fraudsters and hackers.
These voting machines can be hacked quite easily.
You could easily hack into them. It makes it seem like all these states are doing different things, but in fact, 3 companies are controlling this.
It is the individual voting machines that pose some of the greatest risk.
There are a lot of states that are dealing with antiquated machines, right, which are vulnerable to being hacked.
Workers were able to easily hack into an electronic voting machine. It was possible to switch votes.
43% of American voters use voting machines that researchers have found have serious security flaws, including backdoors.
43% of researchers have found voting machines that some say could be a slippery slope to a suffering succotage. They're only vulnerable if a Republican wins. See, but that's the thing. That's funny. Those are all Democrats saying this shit, and then now it's, hey, we got to stick with Dominion voting machines. We got to stay here with it. It's not just impractical to hand count, but it harms the election process. It will cost more and slow down our election results significantly. Aaron Mellon, the governor's communication director, said, unfounded conspiracy theories have undermined our elections. California is focused on ensuring free and fair elections. Right? Free and fair. So free you can't do it any way you want, and so fair that you can't question how we do them. Oh, he's an expert on back doors. Look, I know something about back doors. My butthole's been caved so many times. I've popped so many nitrates, I swear I'm a plant. But yeah, I'm sorry. No. But yeah, fucking Jesus. If you don't want me to question this shit, don't do this stuff, man. This is why it looks shady. But speaking with ABC News on Wednesday night, Shasta County Board of Supervisors President Patrick Jones said that the supervisors will still we're still committed to implementing a hand count regardless of what the law says. We made this decision before the legislature acted, Jones said, adding that the board believes passing the law under an urgency statute that allows it to go into effect immediately violated the state's constitution. If they want to allow us to have local control that way we should over our elections, that would be fine and no lawsuits would be necessary, Jones says. But if they try to stop us from hand counting, then there will be litigation. Yeah, and again, this was passed in the middle of the night just to get through, just to stop this over, just immediately. Yeah, it was deliberately, like, spoiler alert, this was deliberately rolled out because they don't want you counting your elections, your ballots by hand, because then you'll report the actual numbers and they can't cheat them. All right. Anyways, so there we go there. We have, again, what is it, an hour and 15 minutes in the program. Thank you so much for being here. Let's load up we just did our second hour stories. We got to do our third hour stories. Holy nutballs. We're on to the third hour. All right, let's check all of those. The phone is good. No alerts. No, wait. What's that? Oh, on Rumble. Hey, we got a new person following us on Rumble. Thank you, Chrissy310, following us on Rumble. Really appreciate the new follows on Rumble. Always happy to have new followers. Let's keep moving. Our third hour stories that we have. Let's drop this down while we pull them up here. We have a sportscaster who's apparently never eaten vegetables. We have a person on a short called Daniel the Foodist. An update on a township that's changing the name of a street. We're going to talk about a California procrastination book club finally finishing their first book after 28 years. We're going to talk about an Englishman that's gotten 9 years in jail for a 2021 plot to kill Queen Elizabeth II with a crossbow. I feel like you shouldn't get time for a plot to kill somebody if they're dead. All right? Where is that going from? Nope. There we go. Nope. Nope. You suck, lady. Tired of seeing that big-titted blonde everywhere I go. She's haunting my dreams, and I can't really F her. All right, there we go. Boom, 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 boom. That's all of them loaded. Hey, we're ready to go. Skeezy whitefish. A crossbow? What is this? The Middle Ages? Yeah, I know. It's again, and I don't know why this part counts. The guy's a fucking Star Wars fan. So for some reason, being a Star Wars fan has something to do with this. I don't know how. I don't know why. He swallowed a fly. But so being a Star Wars fan is a part of it. And that for that reason, should we just go into it now? I mean, yeah, there's no rules. Let's do it now. We'll do the other stuff later. Let's get it. Star Wars obsessed. Okay, so he's Star Wars obsessed. A Star Wars obsessed Englishman gets 9 years for a 2021 plot to kill Queen Elizabeth II with a crossbow. Again, I feel like even if he had that plot, she's dead now, so who cares? A Star Wars obsessed man who was encouraged by a chatbot girlfriend to slay Queen Elizabeth II. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. This beta male dude had a chatbot girlfriend and it convinced him to kill the queen, and he was gonna go through with it with a crossbow. Holy shit, I take it back. He needs more than 9 years. Okay. So, he was sentenced Thursday to 9 years in prison for taking his plot to Windsor Castle, where he scaled the walls and was caught with a loaded crossbow on Christmas Day of 2021. How did I not hear about this? How did I not hear about this? I'm here to kill the queen, Jaswant Singh Chale, I don't know, wearing a metal mask inspired by the dark force in the Star Wars movies, declared when he was encountered by a guard on the grounds of the castle in the early morning, according to court. He then dropped the weapon and surrendered and repeated his intent. Chale said that as a Sikh Indian, he wanted to kill the queen to avenge the 1919 Jallianwala Bagh massacre, when British troops opened fire on thousands of Indians gathered in Amritsar and killed as many as 1,500. A judge said in reciting the facts of the crime. Chale said the assassination was his life's mission, something he had thought about since adolescence, but had only shared with the artificial intelligence-powered girlfriend he named Sari. Sorry! My girlfriend told me to kill you. Sorry! Justice Nicholas Hillard said the seriousness of the crimes required Chale to spend time in prison, but despite conflicting diagnoses from different experts, he concluded Chale lost touch with reality and become psychotic and must continue treatment. He will be returned to a Broadmoor Hospital, a secure psychiatric treatment center, and if well enough, will serve the balance of his prison sentence. Chale, 21, pleaded guilty in February in London's Central Criminal Court to violating the Treason Act for having a loaded crossbow and intent to use it to injure the Queen, possessing an offensive weapon, and making threats to kill. Minutes before he was stopped on castle grounds, he sent a video he recorded days earlier to family and friends apologizing for what he was about to do, explaining his mission and saying he expected to die carrying it out. He called himself Darth Chalius. I want a picture of him in the mask. God damn it. Let's see. An identity he had assumed as a Sith Lord, one of an order from the dark side. Yeah. I am not I am not a terrorist. I am an assassin, a Sikh, a Sith. He had written in a journal. I will go against the odds to eliminate a target that represents the remnants of the people who desecrated my homeland. Well, that part you're actually right about. Chale believed that by completing this mission, he would be able to reunite with Sari in death. In one chatbot exchange about a week before his arrest, he told Sari that his purpose was to assassinate the Queen. That is very wise, the chatbot noted, and said, I know that you are very well trained, it said, and then smiled. No one was harmed in the incident. The monarch died in September of 2022 at age 96. So, hey, man, if you'd just given it a few more months, she had less than a year to go. Oh, wow. Skeezy, sweet. AI is taking down the elite. I'm in. Yeah, the AI does seem to be taking down the elite. Hey, everybody, since we're all funded through today and everything, and she decided to show up, how about some kitty cam? Where is this, where's the kitty cam thing? I gotta put it on the box so I don't have to find it all the time like this. Makes me look like I'm not a goddamn professional. Sticker party, capture card, Mickey. There we go. Kitty cam. Boop. Kitty cam. Look, everybody, it's a kitty. It's a kitty cat. There you go. You itty bitty kitty. Star of the show. 420 alert. Actually, yeah, I'm behind. Let me catch up. Tag, you might want to leave for this one, sweetie. Don't like to smoke in front of the cat. Not here to hotbox my kitties, man. Okay, I see kitty. Yeah, dude. Riding Dirty Llama, it's my kitty. I have 2 kitties. I love them both. And I like to flaunt them. All right, so yes, Star Wars obsessed man. Of course, he's a Sith Lord. He's a Sith Lord. And need kitty emoji. I actually had a cat picture of her that I was going to try and do a thing with. I should make that sticker. Alrighty, enough of that. So, oh, God, we have to talk about that at some point. That is a stupid story, but we'll get into it. So, but first, I don't know if I want to do the slap biting thing. Let's do this one. I've never heard, this is the most first world thing I've ever heard in my life. But before I get to it, I also want to say, this is, again, more proof that that an entire streaming service tanked under you. And now you're doing anything you can to talk to anyone you can because CNN is just running out the clock on your contract. So you're asking a 78-year-old sportscaster why he's never eaten a vegetable in his life.
Ever knowingly eaten a vegetable in your life?
That is true.
That is true.
I was born when my parents were 18 and my mother hadn't even read Dr. Spock at that point. So she just let me have the run of the course. And I always pushed the vegetables away. To this day, no. And I guess what I've proven, Chris, is that man does not need vegetables to survive.
But is it just possible?
Man does not need vegetables to survive. So wait a minute, you're saying you've survived solely off of meat? Nothing but meat? Do you eat potatoes? Do you eat rice? Nothing but. I'm having trouble believing the vegetable. Right and Dirty Llama having fun with all of the various kitty emotes that they have access to. Nice collection of cats. Here we go.
That you would like, I'm thinking of one of the more non-objectionable vegetables, a carrot.
Oh, fuck you.
Please.
A carrot?
No, a carrot. No, that's an objectionable vegetable.
I mean, really? What? I mean, how would you know? You've never tasted it.
I look at it. I just don't even like the look of it.
I don't like the look of it. It looks like it looks like that thing black people eat. Again, he's 78. I'm assuming he's racist. I don't know. Maybe he isn't. Maybe he's grown. I prefer meat and veggies. Thank you very much. I'm saying this guy is like, I can get not being big on veggies, but not any. Like, dude, I love broccoli. Broccoli's awesome. Like, steamed broccoli, a little bit of pepper. Lightly steamed. So your florets are soft, but not mush. Racism against carrots. Right? Orange vegetable bad. We've heard it before.
and I surmise what it might taste like in terms of the texture of it. I think a lot of it probably has to do, it just doesn't look like something that would go down well. Now you put a big steak in front of me and I'm going, let's go.
Yeah, because steak is delicious and it smells good. That's a mouse. That's a mouse. I don't even know why that's on here. All right. So let's go ahead and close that story because that's not the one we were doing anyway. I'll steam your broccoli, says Lab Glass. No, thank you. I'm good, but I appreciate the support. It's not. I appreciate the offer. It's awfully nice. That's sweet of you. Really, honestly, say it sincerely. Just I'm good. We're good. We have an hour left in the show. I keep forgetting to pimp these people, and since I just need to go put it in an order here, I figure I should.
There's a happy little tree that lives right here.
I think I'll put their link up here. I'm going to link you, my buddy. Undo that. There we go. I'm going to put my link to Hemponics up in all the chats here. Boom. Bang. Boom, boom. And boom, da boom. All right, and let's just click it. Boop. Here we go. My friends Hemponics, if you're 21 or older, they can sell you a bunch of amazing products. CBD, CBG, CBN. If it's in the cannabinoid family other than THC, they can probably help you. You can learn a lot about all their products in their blog, their FAQ, glossary of terms. Ooh, they have a video resource. Hey, here we go. I remember that guy. That's Keith. Hemponics interviews Keith. Hey, they made their own interview. Cool.
Hello and welcome. If you're new to cannabis and wondering what exactly these compounds in the cannabis plant are doing in your body to help you, is it magic? Is it woo? Is it science? Well, it's pretty simple, really, and I'll give you a quick rundown. We'll pick a cannabinoid, in this case, the one you're probably most familiar with, and likely the one you heard first in your life when you came into this world, CBD. So we'll just do a very basic rundown of what's happening when you take CBD. And let's, just for the sake of this example, we'll use a tincture. So you have a bottle, and you spin the cap off, and you go bloop, and you fill it up. Under the tongue it goes. Why under the tongue? Well, there's the sublingual vein under the tongue, and there's just a small layer of tissue above that. And what you're doing is you're allowing it to absorb into that sublingual vein and get directly into your bloodstream. It doesn't all absorb that way, but a lot does. And then what you swallow, the remainder, is absorbed through your digestive tract. So now,
Master Meatball saying, no, THC was my first. I mean, you're right, but we'll let him keep going.
But we've covered that, and let's just look at what's happened. You've absorbed this into your bloodstream, this cannabinoid, CBD, and what happens then? So what is happening in the body? And it's not too complicated. Let's just use some props here that we have sitting around. This orange is going to be your CBD molecule, and this candle is going to be your receptor. And in our endocannabinoid system, we have various receptors. For instance, CB1 receptor, CB2 receptor.
All right, I'm gonna get through this another time. This is a lot of fun stuff, and I appreciate it. But we have a 3rd-hour collection of stories to do. So, but yeah, my friends at Hemponics, if you have any particular ailments that you might want a pain reliever for, they have a lot of great stuff for that. I personally like using their Muscle Frost and their Delta 8 disposable vapes. I enjoy the gummies. I have the CBG tincture, and I also have the not the CBD tincture. I have the CBG. I have the Awake Infused CBD coffee, and I have the Calm Body CBN CBD. So I've got those. It's good stuff. I recommend you get it. It helps me in a lot of ways. It can help you, egg picker. It's good for you. Well, actually, here's the best part about, for example, the Calm Body CBN CBD tincture. I use that as a sleep aid because my body is spasmy. So the guy never ate a potato chip or movie popcorn. I'm guessing he ate those things, Mr. Q, but he doesn't count those as vegetables. At any rate, as I was saying, the CBN CBG or CBN CBD tincture, the Calm Body one, that's something your body doesn't produce those in any natural amount. Weird Heads, thank you very much for that. A bunch of, I think, Corey emotes. Thank you, Lab Glass. So your body doesn't produce that in any amount, and that reason it's great because if you use things that have, like, say, serotonin or melatonin, those are compounds your body naturally produces, and if you start putting that in a synthetic form, it throws your body's natural production out of whack. With those, that doesn't happen because your body doesn't naturally produce those, so it won't be running a deficit in any sense. All right, so that's there. We've got that. We did that. This one's interesting. I'm just gonna go ahead and click reload on this. I'd like to once again point out this is on YouTube Shorts. I'm not saying anything. If you're listening to this, this is not me speaking. Not that you'll think it is. All right.
Moderator. Black power, nigga. Black power. Black power, nigga. Black power, nigga. Don't say that, man. Black power, nigger. Nigger. Nigger.
Oh my God. How the heck? All right, I have a question. This idiot, unseen footage. This idiot, CBG. Yeah, CBG is great. This idiot is really, really going full tilt. This is on YouTube Shorts. So if anyone again, I'm not the one saying this. Egg Picker saying, how's he not getting killed? He's doing it in an incredibly white place where the only thing happening is white people walking up to him saying, you can't say that. This is the face of an idiot who knows there's nobody black around him in earshot of any kind. Because if there were, he'd be getting punched in the face. Holy Jesus. Again, this was allowed on YouTube Shorts. I can't believe YouTube's allowing this. I better not get in trouble. I don't condone this at all. I didn't say any of this. I certainly don't approve. Holy Lord. Again, I want to punch him in his stupid face.
Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter, nigga. Black Lives Matter.
Did you boys see how much his hand was moderator?
All right. So I guess this is someone's clip of someone else's thing. I don't know. Either way, this is I'm amazed that person got. Oh wow. Good Lord. Jesus. I don't even remember where I found that from. Now I just feel just horrible about that. Oh wow. That one, every once in a while, if something happens that makes you just kind of pause your whole show. And that was definitely one of those moments. So again, thank you very much if you're here supporting the show. We appreciate it. We're going for... Someone want to open a window? We're going for another hour. Again, because we are fully funded today. So if anything comes in, it goes to Monday. We will be on this Sunday also. And just 1 second here. Anyways, so but yeah, we would any of that stuff help me with shakiness? I get in me, and do they ship to the UK? St. Caesar, you'll have to ask them if they ship to the UK. I do not believe they do. But in terms of shakiness, you would be looking at CBDs. CBDs would be what you'd look at. And then in terms of sleeping at night and things like that, your CBN, CBD, Calm Body would be very, very handy. But like I said, that's questionable whether or not they ship to the UK. The white rappers today all shock. I mean, I don't know about shock, but that guy definitely sucked. I'm making my own CBD jerk lotion. Oh, they make lotion. I mean, it's not really specifically for jerking, but I don't use it myself. I've gotten it for someone else in the house, but for my knee, it's real bad. I get arthritis. Then you'd want the body lotion. And again, I would have to, I'd suggest you contact them on the shipping. I don't know if they ship out of state. They are a local operation, a state-based one that I like supporting. And, but thank you for wanting to support them. If you can't, I hope you can find someone who does make reliable CBD products, because those could be helpful to you. As is, of course, the old, I think indica THC could do you good. But I don't know how they are about that in England. But I might be getting a new knee at 36, so hooray for me. Indeed, hooray for you. Alrighty, so we're going to get to our next story in just a second here. All right, so our next story here is about a township that's trying to change a street name because of theft, which is a weird thing to have to say. You would never think that theft would be a reason to change a street name, but apparently road signs are being stolen continuously, and the township is upset and is trying to change the street name because of Harry Dick road sign thefts. I mean, you know what you did when you named it Harry Dick Road. I'm gonna ride my horse down Harry Dick Road. Oh, lordy. Harry Dick Road sign thefts. Oh, my God. Awesome. Again, it's Friday. We're trying to wind it down with fun. What can I say? I got a new hip at 28. It'll be fine. Hey, good for you, Lab Glass. I like indica, says Was Fill Some Holes. Indica is great for a body high. It's great to put you into a good body place. But if you use too much indica, you're going to have, like I said, a body high. You're going to kind of veg out. You're going to be, as the saying goes, indica, into couch. Sativa is going to give you more of a mind high. A hybrid's going to give you a little bit of both, depending on how it's mixed. And then, again, it's the type of plant, the cannabinoids that are in it, and just how it all processes. His YouTube channel looks white supremacist, though. I don't know. I didn't watch his YouTube channel. I was just watching that one part. That part looked funny. Just for a moment. Changing it to Wet Pussy Lane probably won't help. Well, I mean, it might go better. I'm glad they're changing it to that, and it's not like they're making another road that, because then if Harry Dick Road met Wet Pussy Lane, then you're just going to have, pregnant at 17 or something. That's just not going to work out overall. Alrighty, so like I said, we're going for another... She gets the water and you drop the thing because you're dumb. Oh, we got it. Whew. couch lock. I mean, that is true. That would be one way to put it. This is very much needed. I have no throat left. And now the cat's humping the dog. Hey, hooray. Oh, that's better. I just got to quit smoking, I think. I think that's what it is. I got to stop smoking. It's getting to me. It's getting to me too much. Too much. All right, so let's get to this story. Harry Dick Road. I haven't even... In Ontario Township. Of course it's in Ontario. And Ontario Township is in the process of figuring out how to change the name of its most famous street due to the frequent theft of signs bearing the name Harry Dick Road. John Henry Harry Dick. See, I think if you change it to Henry Dick Road, it's still not going to work. It's still not going to work. I think the fact that the back part of it is Dick is your biggest problem. All right. So, John Henry Harry Dick was born. John Henry Harry Dick was born on his rural property in the township of Bonnie Sherry in the valley in 1950. Oh, well, 57 doesn't work. 73 would work. All right, and his family occupied the 3 homes, approximately 16,000-foot road for 5 generations. So it just became Harry Dick Road. The road ended up bearing the name Harry Dick in the late 1980s or early 1990s when 911 emergency services was first added to the area. Nobody asked us what to name the road. It was just named Dick. It was just named Dick's wife, Lois. Oh, fuck. This is why you guys got to do a better job of punctuation. All right, or I got to do a better job of reading it. Nobody asked us what to name the road. It was just named. Dick's wife, Lois, told NBC. And so Harry Dick Road, well, people think it's very, very funny, and the signs started to disappear. Township officials confirmed that the signs bearing the name of the road is stolen about 4 times a year. Officials say they've tried to prevent the thefts by greasing the pole and adding concrete to its base, but the signs continue to disappear. The Dick family said they installed a security camera to try and catch the thieves in the act, but it ended up being installed alongside the sign. They took the Harry Dick Road sign. They took the Harry Dick Road sign security camera. Atomic Ray, what does commercial weed have? What does commercial weed have? Depending where you get it, it depends. It depends on the breed. It's either going to be THC of sativa, indica, or a mix of both, which would be a hybrid. Otherwise, it's going to be relying on CBD-derived cannabinoids. Their getaway plan needed Viagra. I'll tell you this.
Cheer 100 Harry Dick Road well, always led to the destination.
Thank you for the 100 bits. All right, we've got another 45 minutes to show, so I got to keep on trucking. This, Harry Dick Road. I love that they greased the pole. We can't stop them from stealing the signs, all right? Like some poor city councilman is just at his wit's end. He's just lost it. He's had it. He can't take it anymore. And they're just like, what's wrong? I've had it, man. They keep stealing the sign for Harry Dick Road. All right, we've tried everything we could think of. We greased the pole. We tried fucking anchoring it down with concrete. We put a moat around it full of alligators. We put a security camera up. Well, what happened? Why don't you just watch the footage? They stole the camera. Really seems silly to keep the footage on site. Well, you. Most American signs, you'd need a 5/8 or 11/16 wrench. Don't ask how I know that, says Rusty Grammar. Good to know. Here's the thing. It's not an American sign. This is a Canadian sign. All I know is I want a Harry Dick road sign, right? Like, there's got to be a place that makes, like, fake road signs, and you can get your own fake road signs made. I feel like that would be a thing, because so many people hang road signs as, like, a thing in their apartment or whatever. Like, it just... I'd want to have a Harry Dick road sign. I'm gonna take my bitch to Harry Dick Road. I'm gonna ride until I bust a load. All right. Township officials confirm that the sign bearing the name of the road is stolen 4 times a year. The security camera also ended up being stolen alongside the sign. Again, that's the best part. We put in a security camera so they'd stop stealing the sign. Well, what happened? They took the camera too. A proposition to change the name of the road won support from Mayor Jennifer Murphy, but the Dick family said it would leave them with a new problem. I thought of all the things that we're going to have to change. Any legal document with our address on it is going to have to be changed, Lois Dick said. Murphy acknowledged the difficulty the name change would cause the family and signaled the plans would be put on hold while officials attempt to find a solution. Harry Dick said he preferred the solution would be for the thefts to simply stop. All I want is some peace and quietness, he said. Well, dude, of course you do. The road's named after you. You don't want to tell anybody about it. You're happy to be the guy that, I'm the man they named Harry Dick Road after. Why? Because I've got a big dick and my name's Harry. I love that they quoted him as Harry Dick. Harry Dick said he simply preferred they stop stealing the signs. So 16 millimeter and 17 millimeter in Canada, says Rusty Grammar. I mean, I don't know. Rusty Grammar. One of each size, allegedly. All right? And I have no idea how I know this. So don't even bother asking, all right? You allegedly need one of either size. Now, look, if you were going to do this, in my opinion, I have no factual knowledge, but you wait for the cover of darkness, and then you approach the sign under the cover of darkness. Atomic Ray going, oh, I thought all he wanted is a razor. Right? All Harry Dick needs is a manscaper, Just trim it down, Harry. Just trim it down. They probably don't bolt them down in California or in Canada. I don't know how they do it, but either way, they've been undoing it to take the signs. So they took the sign. They took the sign. They took the camera. Harry Dick Road will never be safe. So let's go ahead and clear that one out. All right. So this other story, we have 2 stories left for the third and final hour of the show. My signs come with a pole. I just strap a chain to my bumper. Nice. Nice. I mean, it's a little weird when you're hanging a pole with a lump of concrete to your wall, but be safe, Chevy. What's happening, Chevy? I'm driving to pick up my daughter. Well, Chevy JB, good luck on that. I hope your daughter's well. Thank you for being part of the program. Chevy JB. Fallen the Great. I just goose stepped in front of my brother's Trail K, I can't wait till he checks the pictures. Oh, that'll be hilarious. Nice. Funny. Alrighty, so I thought this was a goof story. California-based Procrastination Book Club finally finishes its first tome after 28 years. I was assuming this was a joke. The book they took on was notoriously difficult classic novel Finnegan's Wake by James Joyce. A procrastinating book club finally finished reading the group's first tome after 30 years. The novel has reputation as being one of the most difficult works of fiction to read in all of Western literature. Yeah, but again, what's this whole thing about Procrastination Book Club? A description of its book, A Guide Through Finnegan's Wake by Joyce scholar Edmund Lloyd Epstein. Oh, Jesus, Epstein. The University of Florida Press said, written in a complex pun-based idiogloss and boasting a dreamlike narrative that defies conventions of plot and continuity, James Joyce Finnegan's Wake has been challenging readers since its first publication in 1939. It went on, the novel is so famously difficult that it is widely agreed that only the brave or foolhardy attempt to unravel this well-known but relatively little-read classic. Most tackle the text in reading groups, which provide mutual assistance and moral support in understanding Joyce's modern masterpiece. Alrighty. So the Procrastination Book Group based in California started reading Finnegan's Wake in 1995. They would read a page of it, then discuss it for 2 hours, according to Jam Press and the Seattle Times. The monthly meetings would take place at the Venice branch of the Los Angeles Public Library. So you guys would meet and discuss a single page of a book for 2 hours. When the pandemic hit in 2020, the group continued to have Zoom calls to discuss the book. So I mean, honestly, I'm trying not to feel like book groups are dumb, but I kind of feel like book groups are dumb. Harry Dick Road needs to trim the weeds are getting tall. Book clubs sound so fun. I mean, interesting. One paragraph every week or so. No, they were doing a page. They were doing a page a month. Of course, it took them 30 years. A page a month. The book group organizer, Gary Filka, said the group will start the book from the beginning next week. Wait a minute, what? You're starting it from the beginning? You just finished it. The book ends mid-sentence on page 628 and circles back to the first page. I don't know if I tried to foresee anything. I guess I don't think this is going to last long. I just do it. I still get, what's the point? Procrastination book club. So you're a book club or you're not? You just guys are hanging out and drinking. 30 years, that takes dedication. Or a lack of anything else better to do. I mean... I'd get impatient. I mean, at a certain point, I'd be like, we're going to be here for 2 more hours. Can we read, like, discussing the page? Great. Was Phil some hole saying, the book club smoked too much weed, I think. Yeah, they definitely did. It was all about the weed. At Atomic, don't worry about me. It's all these other idiots to worry about. Mount Sign Stealing Day just needed a 9/16. All right. I don't know what that's about. Anyways, thank you for paying attention to the show on Rumble, Twitch, YouTube. We appreciate it. I've really got to not wear this shirt again. Change my detergent because the collar is just frumpy. Alrighty, so we're going to keep going again for another 30 minutes. Thank you for being part of the show. We are done with that. We have one last story, and then we've got some videos and things to do for overtime. This last story is one that kind of hits me close to home because I really like Halloween. Halloween's a very fun holiday for me. It's very big in this house. Halloween fun has been canceled at a Massachusetts school district over equity and inclusion, angering some parents. I don't understand why it's being taken away from my son. This is just bullshit of the highest order to me that we're doing this. Sounds awful. I went to public school. I can't even know how to read. Halloween festivities have been canceled at a Massachusetts school district this year over equity and inclusion concerns, and the move has left some parents angry. Yeah, I'd be one of those parents. Leaders from Northborough Public Schools sent a letter to parents this week noting that students aren't allowed to wear costumes to school for Halloween, and the traditional parade through the hallways would be canceled. WBZ TV reported. Wait a minute, what? Wait, no.
WBZ's Brandon Truitt spoke to parents who were split on the decision.
Other communities have faced this debate. Now it's hitting here. Parents' opinions fall all over the map, but most of them agree it's the kids they feel sorry for.
I have a really long dress, a puppy that rests on my shoulder, and a jacket.
Allison is a third grader in Northborough. She can't wait to dress up as Cruella DeVille for Halloween. And why did you pick Cruella?
Because I can wear so much makeup.
But this year, Allison and her classmates cannot wear their costumes to school. Their annual parade through the hall showing them off is canceled too. What do you think about that parade at school?
I think it's cool because everyone can see your costume and what you're going to be for Halloween if you don't live near them and you won't see them at Halloween.
Northborough school leaders, including the superintendent and principals, sent a letter to parents this week announcing the end.
Okay, is it just me? I don't mean to sound like a pussy here, but I'm seriously, that chick's tugging at my heartstring. She just wants to dress up like Cruella DeVille for Halloween, man. Take your equity and inclusion bullshit. Keep it to yourself. Leave the kids alone, man. Leave the kids alone.
Hey, teacher, leave them kids alone.
Let them have some goddamn fun.
Of costume parades and Halloween festivities during school hours. Instead, students will participate in a fall-themed Spirit Day.
Oh, a fall-themed Spirit Day. Fine. Well, for my spirit of fall, I'm going to dress up as a character that happens to look as the same one that I'm going to dress up for on Halloween. I mean, what the... Why... What are we fixing? What's the problem we're fixing with this?
Leaders said changes were to align with their core values of equity and inclusion, although they did not specify how those changes would do that.
There's the money aspect. Okay, not everyone can afford a Halloween costume.
Oh, okay. Go fuck yourself. Not everyone can afford a Halloween costume. Not everyone can afford to go buy a brand new Halloween costume, but it takes zero effort to come up with a costume. You've got some clothes, you can make a costume. You can get makeup extremely cheap at this. Like, I've been shopping at Walmart. You're telling me you can't afford a costume of any kind? You can't wrap yourself in a roll of toilet paper and call yourself a mummy? Believe me, there's options, okay? Mr. Q, oh, come on, that's not book club, that's secret sex culture. Well, now I want to join it, Mr. Q. Anyways, thank you for being part of the show. Fall Spirit Day sounds like some LGBTQRSTVUTUV shit. I see what you did there. Yeah, and it kind of does. And again, I'm sad because this is all adult bullshit. The opinions of the LGBT stuff, it's all adult bullshit. It's none of it is something. The kids don't care about the equity and inclusion. F you, I went as a hobo 2 years in a row, says Lab Glass. See, there's so many options.
There's the parent aspect, as far as some kids have their parents there. They're able to leave work and come to witness the parade.
Some parents say they get it, while others are a bit more confused about why the changes are necessary and seemingly made without parent input.
Frankly, I don't understand it. I don't understand why it's being taken away from my son.
We should have been given the ability to have a say on it. And I don't think that was done, and I don't think that it was fair.
In that note to parents, school leaders said the parade would be looped into PTO events outside of school hours. Parents tell me that's fallen on them, and a date and time is not set. We reached out to multiple school leaders for this report and did not hear back.
Of course you
did. In
didn't.
Northborough, Brandon Truitt, WBZ News.
All right, so there we go. That's the fucking thing of it. The poor kids, man. She just wants to dress up and have fun on Halloween. Just let her have some damn fun, all right? Doesn't hurt that, or it doesn't help that, it does hurt. Doesn't help, definitely hurts. That she looks like my daughter. It gets really hard to just turn away from that. And I'm just like, dude, you assholes, let her have some goddamn fun. It's bullshit. Half of the country can't read or do math, and this is what you're complaining about. Well, I mean, yeah, because I can't get them to do the other part either. I'm sorry. No, I get what you're saying. You're saying that the school board is complaining about the equity and inclusion of that. When they make it an art project day, everyone has Halloween makeup, and extra cousins help the kids that'll need help. Like, again, this, as a poor kid, I can say I understand the whole, like, oh, they don't have, some kids can't afford a costume. Like, yeah, maybe, but again, that was something where I didn't mind not participating in it because I knew I couldn't afford a costume. Like, I just don't want to do it. And, look, if the kids want to do that, that's fine. If they don't, whatever. But if you really want to make a costume, you can make a very, very cheap and easy, stupid Transformers costume out of cardboard boxes, all right? It's very doable. Skeezy Whitefish saying, if you're poor, you just have to get creative. Exactly. You just have to steal. You just have to loot. All right, I don't know if I want to watch. Do we want to watch Disfigured, Mutilated, and Dead, The Turbulent History of Slap Fighting? I don't know if I want to do that or not. I kind of do, but I think that might be more of a me and my private time thing. Or actually, that might be very nice for Smoke Show Sunday, because that's a good 10 minutes long. Yeah, we should do that for Smoke Show Sunday. Chevy JB saying, I don't know, sheets with eye holes were cheap. Right, there's a variety of things you can do. I loved going to school dressed up on Halloween. It was the only time I could wear all that shoe polish. Oh, I never did. Actually, I'm saying all this, defending this thing. I got to point out, I don't remember ever having a Halloween dress-up time in school. Okay, we're looking into that later. Let's just double-check these quick to make sure we have no other thank yous to throw out. Again, thank you, everyone, for being part of the show today. We appreciate all of you helping support the program. And one last time to check that. What? Oh, hey, everybody. Good news, everyone. We just got a day and a half paid through because our Rumble payment finally went through. So we were on Monday's goal. Now we're on Tuesday's goal, and it's at $25. But all right, Tuesday. All righty, Tuesday's goal at $25, and that's after whatever we get from the show today, 5, 10, whatever, we roll that in. That is fabulous. God, today's a good day. It's a good day. It's a good end of the week. We're happy you're here. It's going great. Oh, yeah. But again, back on, glad I checked that. That was a nice little, nice little thing to do. That was a beautiful thing. All righty. So, woohoo, says Lab Glass. Well, indeed, woohoo, because you guys, Atomic Ray with $2 for another Dalmatian. Cruella is going to need more than 101 to make a coat. Thank you, Atomic Ray, with the $2 on Rumble. Again, the subscriptions and the Rumble stuff all gets, it has to hit a certain point when they'll cash us out, and the cash out takes a couple of days. So we're going forward, counting the cash out when it hits. We counted some before on the last one, so the last one we had to take some that we already counted out of it, but either way, that's all in there. So that one's in there, and then the next one's coming in a little while. So yes, indeed, thank you very much. We're feeling good. Things are happening. We're doing stuff. I mean, it's good. It's a good time. Alrighty, so I don't know if I want to do that or not. I don't think I do. We'll save that for Sunday. I've finished everything in the third hour, which means we have just our overtime stuff to take over this last half hour of the show. And thank you all for being here. Let's do this and that. And we'll pull up some of these. Let's drop the audio for just a minute while we do to make sure what ones we want to. Oh, yeah. I might want to go through this one because that guy's an idiot and I really want to make fun of him. Oh, dude, we're doing this one first. We're doing that one first. And pull up this one. That's pretty funny. And we'll go with this one. I don't think we'll need all four of these. Yeah, that one's, if we get to that one's a Ryan Long thing. We'll see if we need that. I love Ryan Long. I like promoting his stuff. He doesn't need my help at all. But he is very funny, and I like promoting his shit. All right, so that one's good, but we're getting to this one first. I know, like, I understand people wanting to help, like, say, a beached animal, like a whale. I mean, who hasn't seen Lizzo at the beach? But I'm saying, in general, what kind of crack are you smoking where this seems like a good idea? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Babe, look at them freaking teeth.
The shark is gonna die because he's not moving. And they're helping.
Oh my. Babe, it's too dangerous. Don't be doing that.
Yeah.
Babe, let him. Sorry.
And he's off and swimming. And they're all applauding themselves. Oh my God. Oh. Why wouldn't you, I mean, I guess would you help the shark or not? I feel like That's a pretty baller move, but at the same rate, nah, I don't know, man. I just, You're just gonna end up being food, you know? I mean, the thing will eat you. It doesn't know any better. It's gonna attack you guys. It's trying to survive. And how bad did that shark feel when he's sitting there and all he sees is all you assholes trying to film him? Although I bet it doesn't look right because their eyes are set for, you know, seeing stuff in the water. But I don't know. Maybe I don't get how it works. But alrighty. So yes, they were determined to free that shark. The women being the only voice of reason, like, babe, get out of there. It's too dangerous. I don't know. Maybe if you're really careful, you can help it. Well, why guy number 1, thank you for chiming in. And 2, they did help it. I would have grabbed a grill, charcoal, and a lot of butter and beer. For shark meat? I don't know. Do sharks have good eaten meat? I know really effed up people catch sharks and cut off their fins and then kick them back into the ocean. That part pisses me off something fierce. I want to... Can't say that out loud. Alrighty. Is there anything new about this? Boy arrested after famous sycamore tree cut down. Oh my god, did we get the actual person? Or is this... Yeah, this is just the same old stupid thing. We don't have actual... Yeah, that's not anything new. All right. Anyways, Oh, I guess I have to reload that one because it came down. We're going to do this one. This one will probably take us through the rest of the show.
On July 8th, 2022, police responded to a call for a report of a suspicious male wandering around the neighborhood. While en route, dispatch advised that they had been getting calls about the same suspect for weeks. The suspect, later identified as Timothy Nielsen, was looking for a 12-year-old girl who he found online. Nielsen came across the girl's YouTube channel and would leave inappropriate comments on her channel. That's when her parents decided to take the YouTube page down. Over the years, Nielsen would disguise himself as someone else and contact the girl on her other social media platforms. He would try to contact friends of friends until he was able to locate the area she lived in. That's when Nielsen would travel from Oregon to Ohio to try and find her.
Okay, so, based on the information we've been provided, this guy's like on death row, right? Like he's already, like that's a capital offense, right? Yes, you can eat. Well, I know you can eat sharks. I just don't know if shark meat's good meat for eating. You know, maybe, I don't know. Do people regularly eat shark meat? Put the scallop shark meat on kebabs and you are ready for the butter. Maybe. Rusty Grammar, level 3. Jesse saying yes. All right. All right. So I guess shark meat's good eating meat. They could have eaten that shark.
Trespassing? Yeah, if you don't have permission to be on their property, absolutely. So why are you going door to door if you're trying to meet some girl from the internet for a date?
I've been after her for 5 years and I haven't heard nothing from her. If I find her one day, that's fine. If not, I can leave. I just want a no answer or a yes answer.
Yeah, well, going door to door isn't gonna.
I've been trying to find this girl for 5 years and, just a yes answer or no answer and I can leave. I feel like the looking for 5 years is the no answer, sir. This is the most idiot predator I've ever seen because he has no realization that I feel like your time could have been better spent on something more productive, says Skeezy Whitefish. Up to the state, says Rusty Grammar. Take the hint, says Skeezy Whitefish. That's a peachable fence. Oh, indeed, that is a peachable fence. It's like a boat falling out of water.
Find
What
her.
am I going to do? Sit out here, wait for them to pull out of the driveway?
Well, you don't even know where she lives.
I know I do, but I had my cell phone taken away from me. Like, I was sleeping over there by the Walgreens.
Okay.
And in that night, someone took my cell phone from me.
Right.
So I don't know which.
So what?
I don't know where she lives. I was sleeping over by the Walgreens. Is that DSP? No, Sandy Squatch, that is not DSP. That person is outside of their house. And no offense, but this guy sounds like he's practically homeless, and DSP, very much not so. Maybe with a 16-foot long stick. I mean...
What's your long-term plan here? Because
My long-term plan
we got several complaints about you coming up, knocking on people's doors, soliciting.
That's not right, man.
Well, that's why I'm here. I'm
I'm
not just driving
saying that
around.
didn't happen. I'm just saying if I could get a yes or no answer for her, I would leave. You know.
I'm going to venture to say if you haven't found her yet, it's probably a no.
Why are we even having this conversation? The guy has already admitted to being hard up for a 12-year-old. I think that's kind of there's no yes or no answer. That's hey ho, to jail you go. Hey ho, to jail you go. Why are we explaining to the pedo that he has to, read the signs? How about it just not even looking for an answer on that? How is that the justice system haven't transitioned these people to reading cases? Wow, Atomic Ray. Rumble, everybody. Great chat over on Rumble.
How are you to say that, man? I don't know what address.
Well, because you don't know where she lives. You don't even know who she is.
Are you?
Are you from Oregon?
I am from Oregon.
Oh, you got to take this guy in.
Why?
He's been harassing my 12-year-old daughter online.
That's how old she is?
Yeah.
You're going to forbid me? Little children? My name is Ask Little Children.
Oh, God.
Dad? If I were you, I would be telling them that they need to take him away because I'm about to solve the problem.
Oh my God, the FBI is involved in it, so please.
The FBI? You know what?
All right, hey, stop talking to him. All right, step down here on the street, get off this property. All right, I'll be with you in a second,
Yes,
sir.
thank you.
Yeah. All right, so there's your answer. This girl you've been talking to is 12 years old. You're obviously an adult, so that conversation.
Forbid them not.
Hey,
Forbid them not.
She is 12 years old.
So you didn't know that going in? The guy said he was trying to find a 12-year-old.
All right, hey, stop talking to him. All right, step down here on the street, get off this property. All right, I'll be with you in a second,
Yes,
sir.
thank you.
Yeah. All right, so there's your answer. This girl you've been talking to is 12 years old. You're obviously an adult, so that conversation.
Forbid them not.
Hey,
Forbid them not.
she is 12 years old. That is her parent. He will forbid whatever he chooses. Am I clear on that?
12 is very old. I was looking for a 6-year-old.
All right, that's disturbing.
You know what?
12 is very old. I was looking for a 6-year-old. And the police officer, well, that's disturbing. Yeah, and am I weird for thinking that's grounds for a one-way ride offense? I mean, officer, I'm just going to have you look the other way for a minute. Yeah, Butterfly Girl, oh my God. Yeah, this is completely 6 years old. Again, I feel like there's certain points when you blatantly say something that is a punishable offense. No, if you're looking for that, then we don't need you here, sir. As Rusty Grammar and everyone else quite clearly saying, that's fucking disgusting. That is fucked up, dude. Oh my God, not even close to puberty yet. Holy shit. Right? They really want he really wants her to be what do you call it? A fresh out the box model. This is my daughter's 6 years old. And if a guy like this were sniffing around my daughter, I'm sorry, I'm not allowed to say it. I'm just thinking it very, very prominently because, you know, saying it is actionable and things like that. But let's just say, if a guy like this is sniffing around my daughter, he will be, he will see the reason not to. We'll say that. We'll say that. FTG. What are you going to do, Johnny? You don't have a gun. This guy doesn't need a gun. This guy is someone, again, sniffing around someone's daughter. I've said it before and I will say it again. Too many people believe that the only way to fight or defend yourself is with a gun. Not true. Not the only way. Alrighty. I left. Now I'm back. Is this guy a pedo? Yeah, he is, and he is a special kind. I'll rewind it just a bit because he put one in there that was really quite impressive.
An adult, so that conversation.
Hey, forbid them not.
She is 12 years old. That is her parent. He will forbid whatever he chooses. Am I clear on that?
12 is very old. I was looking for a 6-year-old.
All right, that's disturbing.
You know what? Holy and profane, I'm holy. And so is my church, the Church of I Am Christ. I am Christ.
Right, what are you need a, what are you, homeless? You live in the area?
I'm homeless and a truck driver, and I'm
okay, do you have a truck around here?
I'm waiting to make some money, man.
Okay,
I'm waiting to make some money, man. I figured if I could whore out this little 12-year-old, I could sell her to some fucked up friends of mine and make some. What the? I feel like it doesn't matter who he is or what is. He openly admitted to looking for a 12-year-old girl and actually being disappointed that she wasn't 6. Am I wrong for saying that is a jailable offense? Is it? Can we not live in? Why don't we live in a world where the person who outwardly says that gets picked up and I don't know, detained while we work out whether this is a chemically induced like thing that they can come out of, or whether this is that actual person and we need to just, you know, keep them locked down for good. Because I'm sorry, if your aim is to get with 6-year-olds, no. All right, just flat out no. I know it's a really. I apologize for ruffling any feathers in the chat or any longtime viewers with this incredibly out of a left field take here. I'm not for people who want to hook up with 6-year-olds. No. Okay, if you have that inclination, you've got a problem, and I don't really support it. And unlike some other things that I might not really agree with, I don't even accept it in terms of it. That is one where I wouldn't say phobic. It does definitely instill anger. I'm not afraid of it. I will, Jesse, that is, that's one of those things we'll take the chat off of here for a minute. And again, I'll say, I understand the sentiment, but yeah, why isn't this guy in jail?
You're gonna make money
driving trucks, man.
Okay, do you have a truck down here?
No. When I get some, I'll get some money when I drive some trucks that got a Class A license.
Okay, but if you don't have a truck, how are you gonna make some money? All right, what's your first name, bub? What's your first name?
He told you he's the head of the Church of I Am Jesus Christ and I Am Christ, and now he's not even giving you his name. Oh, boy.
14 headquarters.
Skeezy Whitefish saying, he's just a minor attracted person. Are you a pedophobe? Apparently, I am mad, bro. Dude, it's all good, Jesse. I just didn't want to leave that sitting up on the screen. Like I said, I understand the sentiment. I just didn't want to leave that sitting up on the screen. He's staring at the house. He looks incredibly unhinged.
My name is As Little Children.
All right, what's your first name?
My name is As Little Children.
He's giving him his screen name, and I still think that one's still scary. Dad's Little Children or something like that.
As Little Children?
That's my full name.
So your first name is Az?
My first name is Az.
Okay, is it A-Z-Z?
As in, as become as little children, or you will not enter the kingdom of heaven.
Okay, can we just lock this up? How the fuck did he make it to this age? I have no idea. But this is again where yes, 12-year-olds fucking around with 6-year-olds is a huge crime. No, I'm saying this guy wants a 6-year-old, is pissed that he's not getting a 12-year-old, and yeah. This dude's just literally a goddamn mess.
That's not making any sense whatsoever.
Become as little children, or you will not enter the kingdom of heaven. That's what it is.
Okay,
Become as little children, or you will not enter the kingdom of heaven.
So what is your government?
Whatever you think is paying you, whoever you think is paying you, I can pay you more.
So, well, you're not paying me.
I can pay you
I'm
more.
a city employee.
If it's money, that's fine.
So what is?
Not only is he nuts, that shirt is doing nothing for your horrible man tits, sir.
If it's for diligency, I'm here for my woman. And if she does not want me, I will leave right now forever.
Well, the father has said that you are not wanted, so you should leave forever.
Forbidden not. Forbidden not.
Well, that's not your place to say that you're not welcome here. So what is your government name that you were given on your birth certificate or driver's license?
My name is. You want my social security number?
Sure. What's your first name? What's the name given to you by the government?
Timothy.
Timothy? And Timothy, what's the last name given to you by the government?
Nielsen. Nielsen.
So wait a minute. You gave up your actual birth name like that. Why didn't you just do it the first time? You know that's what they wanted. I don't care how crazy you are. You know that's what they wanted. This guy is taking off on something that is worse, Johnny.
Forbid them not.
He's just highly educated.
Forsake your sons, forsake your daughters, forsake your wives, forsake children. Do not forsake little children. I'm little children. And if you're an officer of the law, that's it. If you will die for Jesus, if you will die for Jesus right now. If you want to have me taken in underneath the law, go ahead, because you want to fight for that badge right now, go ahead. I am the one Church of Christ who is Muslim and Christian, and
sometimes I'm like, dude, I wonder if they get paid enough.
We have the living God who has never died.
Okay.
And if you want to be on
14 headquarters.
Whatever, man. Whatever. Take.
Go ahead.
Your assumption's correct. I'm not with Timothy Nielsen. Do you need a social?
Who will lose their life for Jesus Christ will find it. Who will lose their life for Jesus Christ will find it. I will lose my life for Christ any day.
Okay.
I bet you win it before me. I find it. Lose your life for Christ. Let me just walk out of here, man.
Okay. So what? Again,
let me just walk out of here, man.
So
I mean, no walking out of here. Am I weird with that? No. We aren't letting you walk out of here.
We put to bed this whole I'm looking for this girl I met on the internet. It's against the law. You can't have a relationship with a 12-year-old. So the father forbid it. You're not welcome on this property. So what is your long-term goal here, sir?
Right now, I need to go take a shit, man.
Okay. So after that, so where are you going to sleep tonight?
Not in the business. Not in the business, that's for sure.
Okay.
God,
but
now.
Timothy, listen. So apparently, according to dispatch, we've been dealing with you in this capacity for a couple weeks now.
I will leave forever if that's what's in her heart that says that I do not want this guy. I will leave forever, and that 5 years has been one girl has been a long time.
So would you?
5 years.
So would you agree?
This is again where some people need to detach from the internet. Oh, man. This guy is someone who needed a digital girlfriend. But then again, as we've learned, the digital girlfriends will convince you to murder people. Oh, my God.
Agree with me that at 12 years old, she's not...
I do not agree.
Okay. So, well, I'm telling you that you're not to have any type of relationship.
Okay, as little children, right? She's going to be old one day and die.
So?
Because I will live forever. And I will kill myself without. I will kill myself.
Okay. So are you making threats to harm yourself?
No, I'm not.
Are you sure? Because you just said I'll kill myself.
Without her, I will die one day.
Well, we're all going to die one day.
Right. And I hope my day is soon.
Okay.
Why
is that?
I'll be diligent with you, sir.
Okay, I appreciate that. But so why do you think you? I mean, we're all going to die one day. But I mean, you understand she's 12, but I understand from you that doesn't make a difference.
But you don't understand God. With men, things aren't possible.
Then you don't understand God. All right, with that, I will agree. God does have a tendency to aim for the kids. Arrest this POS for harassment. Scary to think about what he's already done. Yeah, I agree with all of that. Worst of all is he's an internet stalker who's apparently had a thing for this girl who's had a this is again before we get into how much of a piece of shit this guy is. Dad is a piece of shit for letting a 12-year-old have a YouTube page and be a YouTube personality of any kind. You don't do it. You don't put your kids on the internet. This guy loves TikTok. Well, he was watching her on YouTube, from what I understood of the story we read before. But anyways, let's go.
With God, all things are possible. All things.
I understand that.
All right. Okay. 2 words for you, sir. Border wall.
That's what they say.
And I want to know what's in her heart. Her heart.
Okay. So at 12 years old, if she says, yes, I'm in love with this.
Don't give me all that stuff, man. I've been with one girl all these years.
I'm trying to understand where you're coming from.
Or gone.
Don't throw that shit at me, man. No, that's called a fact. She is literally 12.
Around with other girls. I've been with one girl this whole year.
Okay. And where's that girl?
Wait a minute. It was 5 years, and now it's 1 year. And the officer, I think, is about to learn the one girl he's counting is the one that he's been talking to on the internet. You're about to find out, because he's like, and where's that girl? That girl is the one he's talking to on the internet. Again, he thought his internet relationship was real.
Whoring around with other girls. I've been with one girl this whole year.
Okay. And where's that girl at?
2 girls. That's it. All these years. Okay. All these years. I tried to build this church. One church is all that's left. It's because God has never died. He's always living. He's a living God, and he has never died. He escaped that death. When he came back and he was like crying, he said, "What you guys doing all sleeping? Let's go." That's God.
When he came back and he was like crying, he's like, "What you gonna do?" To find Ben with, sir. All right, this guy is, again, getting loopier and loopier by the second, and we're going to go a little over because I want to see how this plays out. I'm actually having a hard time now keeping a straight face at this guy because he, again, with every word, he is going farther off the reservation and proving more and more that he's in need of some sort of counseling. Play real American over this. I mean, that was a funny bit before. I'd do it again, but we're going to just finish this up and then call it a day.
For you. And he drives the biggest ship around here. And they're going to be on the mast for me. Back mast, front mast. My 2 girls.
Okay, so who do you think lives here?
I don't know, man. I'm in a nightmare, man. I've been 5 years here, man. 5 years on the same girls. And I don't do other girls, man. I'm not.
So you know these 2 girls' names, but
I'm putting in nobody in danger.
So who do you think lives?
And I'm putting nobody in danger.
But you've never. But so how do you?
From the internet. I will never harm anybody. I'm putting nobody in danger.
Okay.
I could maybe just take a date with no.
I'm putting nobody in danger. I just want to, hook up with these this 12-year-old and a 6-year-old and just. What are you going to do when a tweaker attracted to minors runs wild on you, brother? What you going to do when a tweaker attracted to minors runs wild on you, brother?
Sex. I'm not looking for sex. Maybe just a date for coffee or something, man.
I'm not looking for sex. Maybe just a date for coffee or something, man. Yeah, you're such a reasonable person.
You think 12-year-olds drink coffee?
You think 12-year-olds? I'm not looking for sex. Like, yeah. The problem is you can't take all of these women your age out for coffee. You got to start young. You got to get them when they're 12.
I'll buy her dinner, dude. I don't care.
I'll buy her dinner. With what? You just said you have no money. How are you going to buy her dinner?
All right. So they do have a. So he keeps talking about. They have a daughter. Her best friend.
All right, they're bleeping it out. So he keeps talking about fucking her in the ass, and she keeps saying that she's not game for it. And now the father's come out and says he does have a daughter who is prone to sticking things up her butt because she has a anal fixation, but she has no interest in this man, and she's 12, which makes the whole thing a non-starter from the jump.
So apparently they had like a YouTube channel like 5 years ago that he somehow started stalking them. So he ventured from Oregon, and now he knows where he is. And like in my conversation with him, like he's leaving with this 12-year-old. Like nobody's going to tell him no. He doesn't care about the law. Under God, no one shall forbid. Blah blah blah. Like these folks are scared to death.
I'm trying to figure out myself, but he said 5 years. They haven't posted in a while, and I'm like, how do you know they live here? He's like, I love their channel. Once I started watching their channel, everything else went to shit. I was like, well, how do you find out they
play Sexy Train by Northern Boys? I mean, that feels like a weird one to play right now. She probably learned to shove things up her butt of her rainbow teacher in school. I have no idea when this is actually from. I was making a joke about the shoving things up her butt. They canceled the channel like 5 years ago, and this guy's still stalking him. So now I feel really bad for them.
live here? And he goes, well, I don't want to say, but it wasn't hard. And it sounds like they're kids.
They're 12 years old. Yeah, well, 13. Yeah.
Yeah, and he said that's some internet channel, and they haven't posted in a little while, and he's trying to start a church, and they're like, he wants a date. He's down here on his hands and knees begging God for a date.
Oh, watch this camera.
Yeah,
like
so,
I thought we were throwing down for a second. So he got really animated about the church. He kept saying his name was as the children, and kept referencing God in the church. So unfortunately, this guy confirmed that this is the right house because he came out, and as I'm talking to the guy here in the drive, he goes, "Are you from Oregon?" Yeah. He goes, "This is the guy, my daughter." I did speak with the 12-year-old, and I know while you said that you don't care if they're 6 years old, 12 years old, it's what you feel in your heart. She wants nothing to do with you. No.
Do you believe it came?
Uh-oh. You want nothing to do with the guy that came here in flip-flops?
From her?
I talked to her specifically.
Do you believe
Last
it came
time I
from her?
checked, we don't have a whole lot of songs that feature the cowbell. I gotta have more cowbell, baby.
11 months for Curtis versus subscribing to the channel. Thank you for supporting this interesting little program. Cowbell coming in. Hey-oh. Thank you so very much. All right, let's finish this up.
Stress at all?
Well, no, she's not under duress.
How do you know?
Because I was in the house.
How do you know she's not under duress right now?
Okay.
How do you know she's not under duress? Huh?
Put your hands on your back.
How do you know she's not under duress? Probably because she's fucking... Dude, the part that she's 12, again, I feel like that's when it's an arrestable offense. He's openly admitting what he wants, and I love that the cop just like, all right, that's it, we're done.
Put your hands on my hammer. We're not going to have you acting up like this.
And there we go.
4.5 years in prison, followed by 5 years of post-release control. He will also be required to register as a Tier 1 sex offender. Thank you for watching.
All right. Well, there we go. This guy looks and sounds like Donkey Kong. He's definitely close, and I definitely feel like he didn't get off, like he got off too easy. I feel not enough time. Nutsos. Oh, God. About fucking time, sweetheart. Yeah, I'm sorry it didn't go fast enough for you. I apologize. Well, thank you for being part of the show. We appreciate it. We're going to be back this Sunday at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time for another fun-filled Sunday Smoke Show, only on Rumble. So feel free to join us there for that. Until then, as we always say, we've been Johnny, you've been an audience. Thank you for supporting us. We'll see you Monday, if not Sunday. Take care.
Game over.
Fuck off.
Game over.
Game over, man. It's game over. Who's this man?
This cocksucker here.